Hey everyone, Commander Josh Hawkins here. Welcome back to a special edition of the BroCast live from PAX East in Boston. It's day 3. Oh my God, guys. I can't begin to tell you how tired I am right now, but we're having the time of our lives. It is so much fun. Shibuka and I have just been like hanging out with Elite, hanging out with Frontier, hanging out with the guys from Planet Coaster. We're having the time. Oh, hold on a second. Hold on. I'm getting some. I'm getting the sound coming back. There we go. Sorry about a little bit of repeated sound there. Okay. The guys from Frontier. I cannot say enough good things about these guys. They are absolutely amazing, from their hospitality to their personalities to just hanging out with them and having laughs and sharing jokes. We're having a absolutely fantastic time. Shibuka's here. He's just going to get a headset right now so he can hook up with us as well on Discord. Here he is, right over here. Hey, I don't know who put the. We got a TrackIR, guys. So I'm very excited to try this out. Have you tried this before? All right, so we're going to take some turns here and try out the TrackIR. I don't know where it came from or who set it up, but yeah, that's what this funky thing here is. It's not a laser beam on my head. I don't get to attach it to any shark or angry sea bass either. But yeah, awesome. Hey, Dark Chaos is in there. Morty, Grey Test, Sinclair Research, Commander Giz, Turgeon, Commander 111110110, Spooky, Silent Angst, Lucci, Coffee, and all of that. I didn't do a proper round of introductions. My name's Commander Josh Hawkins. I'm joined by Shibuka, who is currently silent at the moment. We've also got
a little bit worn.
Yeah,
frayed at the edges.
Just our throats are a little worn. Not gonna lie, guys. We've been talking nonstop. We've been streaming the past 3 days for hours at a time. And if you think that the fun stops when PAX closes, you would be grossly mistaken. Yesterday, well, you know what? We'll talk about yesterday once you have your headset hooked up. I do want to say that we've had some comments about Shibuka not getting enough time, talking time, and not enough camera time, which believe me, I'm just as disappointed as he is that we're not able to do this properly without this strange setup that we've been doing with him on his phone. Like, I mean, he's literally got Discord hooked up on his phone with a headset plugged into it because we don't have the proper streaming equipment provided to us here. We've got Captain Richard sitting right next to us here. Want to say hi? He's streaming on Twitch right now as well. Hey there! And looks like Ed and I can't see who. There's a monitor in the way there, but looks like Ed just started up an official stream as well. Who?
Daz, I think.
Daz? Okay, so Ed's up there as well. Looks like they're starting up an official stream. I don't know what they're going to be streaming, but hey, you know what? PAX is awesome, and it's basically just loads of streaming going on. So I think we're slotted in for like 2 hours or 2.5 hours. We'll be here to hang out with you guys and chat, and hopefully we will get to check out this TrackIR and see what that's all about as well. I do want to wait until Shibuka's got his headset before we actually talk about like what we were doing last night and the fun that we were having here. Let me just get this. The fun that we were having, but yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry that Shibuka doesn't have a proper headset. It is not my fault, and I am not purposely making Shibuka my go-to boy. Although I could really use some halls right now.
He'll get you back later. He will.
I am. We got his headset. Thanks, Zach. Do you want to say hi? Here, Zach's here with us again. There's Zach. Everyone say hi to Zach. Woo! There he is. Zach, your voice is probably a lot less haggard than ours. Do you want to take over the BroCast and just do the show for us? Yeah? I'm telling you guys, we are living off of Halls and like Purell hand sanitizer. That's pretty much the only thing keeping us going right now.
It's the beard cast. It's the pure beard cast, isn't it? Look at this.
I've done so well, so much energy, so much enthusiasm. They're brilliant. These guys are amazing.
Thank you very much. This guy's amazing, really. No, this guy. And this guy, too.
No guy.
And this guy.
No, you guy. No guy.
This guy. And those guys up over there. And that guy over there. Like,
Dude!
I think he's losing it.
Yeah, he's lost it.
the Dawn.
He's gone convention happy. It's too late for him.
Yeah, why do we don't want to kill Zach with fire? Luigi. Oh, I see what's happening. That's why. Yeah. Well, you never know. Space legs may or may not be coming. That's well, may or may not, right?
Well, I guess in the same sense that everything may or may
Exactly.
not be coming.
So you can't say that there will be no space legs, but we can't say there will be space legs either.
For the foreseeable future.
Oh, for this, well,
I mean, I like to use the words short term and longer term. How I see it.
so can we say one or the other? Short term or long term?
I'm saying it's not coming around the corner. It's not in the short term.
Okay. So short term can be ruled out, but the possibility.
But I absolutely would say that it's something that David's been on like AMAs and stuff like that. So it's not like it's not coming at all. It's just that
And it's in your
term, it's not coming right
In
now.
geological
Right
terms.
now, we're excited by 2.3.
Yes, we are very excited about
and the
2.3.
Holo-Me's and
Yep.
all of those sort of things. And then
Which is all the stuff we're going to be showing off as well.
exactly.
So I guess you could say it's not on the horizon.
He said, Great Test in there said, I guess you could say it's not on the horizon.
The horizon.
Oh.
Thank you, Greg.
Followed by a little drum roll.
Yes.
Zach's face says it's coming. Oh, well, Zach's face.
Yeah.
I don't know. Zach's face is a much better poker face than my face is. Well, I'm not going to say anything more, but I'm just going to say that if we ask him a question, he's
I can guarantee you I have a much better poker face than this.
absolutely. But that's a whole other story that's not going to be discussed on the BroCast.
No, definitely not for the broadcast.
Definitely not. Hey, Shibuka's on? And we got Shibuka on. All right.
See you later, everyone. See you.
Thanks, Zach.
All right. Thanks, Zach.
All right.
Oh, Lord.
So, last night we had a lot of fun.
Oh, my God. Last night was rough.
No, this
Last night
morning was woof. Last night was a ton of fun.
Well, yeah. Yeah. That's a good way to put it. See, my mind isn't working at all today.
I got to turn your volume up.
Completely, my voice is gone. My brain is gone.
Is the rum gone? Why is the rum gone?
The rum is definitely not gone.
No,
There was plenty of rum.
the rum was flowing rather easily yesterday.
Except for me, it was the whiskey was running
I was drinking mojitos last night, so I had a lot of rum.
like a woman.
What were you drinking? The Legend?
It was
Old fashioned.
Old fashioned.
Yeah.
It's delicious.
It looked like a good drink, but mojitos are absolutely spectacular. I got to say that the bar down at the bottom of the hotel, the Hilton Hotel, was quite nice. We had, oh God, I want to tell you guys about this. This was really cool. So after PAX yesterday, we all went out for supper to this beautiful restaurant. I made Sandy and Sam and Bo all eat raw oysters with me, which was cool. This guy won't touch raw oysters.
I won't even look at them. It's disgusting.
He kept saying that it's a bowl of snot, but anyone who's eaten raw oyster before knows it's not a bowl of
I
snot.
want to look back at our first
Yes, it
official
is.
BroCast with Dr. Kai.
Yeah, when we
talked
discussed about
how oysters are
bottom
basically
feeders.
snot.
Yeah.
It just came right back around to it.
I remember
It
that.
came right
yeah.
back around to it, full circle.
Oh, Silent
one of
X is asking,
our
is Shibuka hungover again? Um,
I
No,
don't
he hasn't
get
stopped
hungover.
being hungover.
I don't get headaches
That's the
or
point.
anything. I'm very tired,
yes.
very cranky. I'm not cranky. But it's just I'm exhausted. It's been
Mm.
3 full days of going nonstop.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for people that think it's
Going nonstop
like,
during the day, showing the game, and then going
holiday,
nonstop
no.
at night.
Yeah, and non-stop
like
at night. I
4
mean,
hours.
it literally
This is
is
work,
non-stop at
people.
night. We finish up at PAX,
Non-stop.
we leave PAX, and then we go directly out for supper, hang out with Frontier, and then last night after supper, which we were there until probably around 9 o'clock or so, then we went to the
Yeah,
bar
9,
at the bottom of the Hilton, and we hung out there until about midnight. And then after that, we were joined by Ghost Draft. Mars Europe was with us last night, and we spent 2 hours in the hotel room doing an interview, which Mars is going to be putting up on the channel. So,
I don't remember like half of that.
yeah, well, to make things worse, the time zones changed yesterday. So even though it was 2 o'clock when we finished, it was actually 3 o'clock, and then we have to be back up at 7 o'clock in the morning to be back here and doing it all over again. We suffer for you.
If I was your age, I could see that being exhausting. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, wait a second. For a second, I was like, wait, if I was your age, what are you talking about? He's your age. Actually, no, he's older than you. He's older than you.
I am an old soul, and my body is feeling kind of old right now.
Yeah, trade shows burn you out. I know, I've been
Yeah.
there.
They can
Not there.
definitely.
Like I can't feel my feet anymore. They stopped hurting.
If you want to trade, I'll gladly give you the chair.
No, my feet don't hurt anymore.
They're so
I have
numb.
to get an emergency amputation on the way home.
Yeah. Oh my God, I'm telling you, my bed at home looking really comfy right now. But
My son. Oh, I want to get back home to my baby.
It's like you've been at the bloody Antarctic. What's the
You're
matter
leaving
with the
tonight.
pair
I'm
of you?
saying,
Am I right?
dude, I haven't been away from him for longer than like 8 hours while I'm at work.
Well,
Since he's been
the
born.
thing is, trade show like that, you've got relativity time thing going on. The compression of time. You've been there for at least 2 weeks. Local perspective.
I think just in terms of energy spent, it's probably about 2 weeks. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've definitely
That's how
spent
these
more
things
energy in the past 4 days than I've spent in the past 2 weeks because I don't really have to do a whole lot when I go to work. I just sit down and talk on the phone. But here, we're
You're not
yelling.
competing with subwoofers on the phone
Yeah,
either.
exactly. We're yelling all day long. It's just constant screaming because we're competing with the Prey booth that's blasting out their demo. We're competing with the sound of 10,000 people buzzing around you and Twitch live stream up on the big screen next to us. It's absolutely mental how loud it actually is here. And I know you guys can't really pick up on a lot of the volume, but if you've ever been to a con before, Comic-Con or Gamescom, you'll know that there is a buzz in the air that is just unavoidable. And we're also now competing with Ed on his live stream and the speaker right behind us.
I can't hear anything.
I hear it.
Have you got those lovely noise cancelling headphones on?
The noise cancelling headphones are actually pretty good. Yeah, they're pretty good.
Yeah, they're pretty good. I was about to say I can't hear anything because everything is just kind of muffled.
You're not so
like
much
I'm
hearing
underwater.
sounds as swimming in a sea of sounds. So you get so
Exactly.
used to it.
I feel like
Yeah.
I'm underwater.
Shabuka.
I did not get sick at all this weekend. Thank you very much.
No, none of. Well, as far as I know, nobody's actually gotten sick this weekend. Although I will say that, despite the fact that I maintained myself quite well last night, and I didn't think I was drunk, I woke up with a fair headache and took some Tylenol. And I think that's because I didn't have any water left in my hotel room because someone grabbed my water bottle last night and drank it while he was drunk doing an interview.
That was me.
I was like, hey, look, you got a water bottle right over there. I'll just grab that one. It's full. Glug, 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 glug.
I was thirsty. Be a bro.
It's all good. You know, we need it here. Like, honestly, we need some Gatorade. Gatorade would be fantastic right now. I've had 2 bottles of water already and like a full pack of
what
Halls.
you need. Get some salts down here.
Yeah, some salts.
Isotonics.
Talking about numbing, guys, I'm gonna have to leave you for a bit because it's dinner time here.
Okay, well, hang on. Before you go, Great Test, let me just show you something real quick. So, actually, you can see it right behind me, right there. It's a little hard to read because it's quite small, but let me show you guys what that says, and I think it's a little ironic because, well, let's see if you guys can see this.
No, I can hardly read that.
Hold
Not
on,
really
you'll
showing up.
see it in a second. It's going to show up on the stream there. Just watch the stream for 2 seconds.
Mama Hawk.
Mama Hawk. So
Awesome.
after my mom happened to jump onto the stream yesterday, and you guys were saying Mama Hawk, I come in this morning, and I look at the booth right back here, and I see this sign that says Mama Hawk.
Oh, that's hilarious.
You guys should have seen his face when he saw it. He just lit up. He was like, "Oh my God, Mama Hawk!" And he just left. He was like, "I have to get a picture. I have to get something."
So I went over there and I talked to the devs over at that booth, and it's a really small indie game. It looks absolutely ridiculous, but tons of fun. And it is completely non-space related, but I signed up for their beta, and I'm going to get it on the YouTube channel. So
Right,
I will
It had
get
to be
Mama
done.
Hawk on there. I had to. It says Mama Hawk. I mean, come on, guys.
All
So-
right, catch you in a bit.
All right, great test. Thanks for popping on, and we'll see you a little later on.
Yep.
Yep, see you, Ray.
It hurts. Oh, it hurts so bad. I got a cough. You see, Shibuka, that's what you do when you cough. You put the microphone in. You don't have to
I
break
didn't know
everyone's
it
ear.
muted it when I put the mic up.
You still have the little microphone tag on your microphone too.
Well, that's for when it makes it easier to pull it off.
Oh,
Up in the
okay.
ear. That's what that's for. You ripped yours
I
off?
thought it was just to show you, like,
That
hey,
was
that's
a
the microphone.
That was
That's a feature. Yeah, that's a very nice feature. The
like
little
a
blue tag
Formula
just
One
rubbing up
drivers.
against your face.
Formula One
it's
drivers'
very
helmets.
far away. See, it's very far away.
Tear offs.
Yeah, you know helmets.
Yeah. This is attrition,
need
kiddies.
some help.
This is what happens at trade shows.
What's with the big green pig, Sinclair Research? Oh, yes. Silent X is saying, there's a Shibuka drunk interview somewhere? Yes. There's a Shibuka drunk interview. Mars filmed about 2 hours of drunken interview.
Oh
But
my God.
I don't know how he's going to chop that thing down to 10 minutes, but it was a fun interview. We had a great time.
Oh,
it
Mars
was a lot
has
of
an
fun.
innate sense of pace. He'll do it.
Yep. He's got to
Yeah.
chop 2 hours of Shibuka rambling drunkenly. I'll tell you. Down to 10 minutes.
That is not even close. That is
It
not
was,
even
actually.
close to what happened.
You know why it took 2 hours? There was like 5 questions, and Shibuka had to take like an hour and a half to answer 2 of them. So
Okay, let's recap. Josh is sitting in the only chair.
not at the interview. We both had chairs.
No. He wants to give me a hard time right now, even though he's forcing me to stand, forcing me to get him drinks.
Wait. This guy.
I mean,
You know what he's doing right now? He's playing on this. He's trying to make me look bad. You're not gonna let the old guy sit down on the chair, right? The guy who's 13 years older than you with a bad back and a pinched nerve. Like, no, you should stand up, Josh. Here you go, man. I know. I know it's really hard.
yeah,
Oh,
it
geez.
took me calling you out to move.
There you go.
Yeah,
It
but
took me calling you out to move. I'm gonna sit down.
Scroll.
I'm
he's the new
Shift
dad,
shift
and
over
you're
here,
the one
shift
that's
over here.
always saying you're full of energy.
I shift?
I mean, come on.
Oh no, what's the second wire? What's this?
I don't know what that is.
Oh, that's a TrackIR.
Oh, gotcha.
Hey, scoot over.
See, I'm in the same spot.
No,
were.
you're not. I moved the chair over.
Man, see what he's doing? See what he's doing? I'm trying to get comfortable.
There we go.
You are an ass.
You wanted to sit down. This is what happens. Okay?
I need you to squat. Squat. Just.
I'm gonna squat for the next 2 hours.
Do we have to like a phone
There we
book
go.
or something? A phone book. A phone book I can sit on.
Can you get him a
Should I
booster
just-
seat?
You know, you should have in the old days, we used to call them shooting sticks. That's what you
Do
should
I?
have brought with you.
No, I'm
Shooting
completely kidding.
sticks.
I don't really want a phone book. You've made your point. Have a seat.
There was a reason why I was sitting down and he's standing up.
Get over. in order to get the top of Josh's head, I basically have to be a floating head.
Hang on a second.
Oh, jeez. Not even right.
Did Josh and Shibuka marry? They sound like a couple. There you go.
We only consummated. We did not get married.
Lies and slander.
I couldn't even find this guy half the time. Like, where'd Shibuka go? All right, he's wandered off somewhere.
There's so much to see. I mean, you're working, and most of the time, and when you're not working, you've got to make the most of those 10, 15-minute gaps and look at everything else. People think it's all fun and games at the fun and games place, but it's not if you're working there, is it?
Actually, you know what? We have not played any games except for Elite Dangerous. Well,
I
no,
haven't even
that's
played Elite Dangerous.
That's your job. That's what you're there for, isn't it?
yeah. We haven't even played Elite. Well, we did on the live stream. We played a little bit, but
Oh, I played a little bit, yeah.
But I will say that we did. Well, I did. I went with Nate this morning. We went over to the Oculus booth before the crowd started coming in, and I got to try out the touch controllers in Oculus. That was amazing. That was amazing. I have to go get those touch controllers now. Just turned on the stream. Thought Josh had a child on camera for some reason.
You should take that as a compliment, I guess.
Oh my God!
I'm just kidding, Charles. I get mistaken. The beard makes get mistaken for a child a lot.
Yeah. It's a very hairy child, very mouthy, whiny baby child.
We're going to have to work on Grey Test to grow a beard, aren't we? He's the only bro without a beard. We've got to get a beard on him.
Oh, it's those cough drops.
It's because we have literally been eating Halls. That's like our only form of food right now. Is just packets of Halls.
And we still have no voice.
Let's see those red tongues.
We want the cherry ones. You want just the eucalyptus ones.
Someone has the eucalyptus ones. I think Max has them. But anyhow, listen to this. So I went over to the Oculus booth this morning before the crowds came in because we had, I don't know, half an hour or so. And I didn't even realize. I had not gone to the back of PAX. I had been just kind of confined to this half of PAX. So finally I said, you know what, I'm going to walk all the way to the other side. And there is a whole other half of this place that I literally had not seen. Hundreds and hundreds of computers set up over there. I think they got like a League of Legends set up with like probably 200 or 300 computers. I don't know if you saw that way in the back. Yeah. And then they have literally seats for hundreds of people for the tabletop games as well. And somewhere right in between there's a big setup for Oculus Rift with the touch controllers. And I said, you know what? I got to go and check that out. So I walked in, I waited about 10 minutes, and then finally I got a turn to put on the touch controllers with the Oculus, and I played a game called Robo Recall. And guys, I gotta tell you,
it sounded like fun.
Oh my God. Now I gotta get the touch controllers. It was so much fun. Number one, when you put on the Oculus, you're in sort of like this room where you have your menus and you can choose which games you want to play. I put it on, and right away you see hands, and just that feeling of seeing your hands in the Oculus Rift and going, oh my God, I've got hands in Oculus Rift. This is so cool. And you can move them, and you can like pull your fingers and move your thumbs and sort of like do thumbs up and like fists and whatever you want to do. And Endo O'Connor saying he's been playing Robo Recall all week. So anyhow, you get into the game, and they put you through like this 15-minute sort of, I guess, beginner mission where you start off and you're in an office, and then you walk over to, well, you don't walk, you teleport. You look at the ground, you use the little stick, and it teleports you to wherever you want to go. So you don't have to move, there's no motion sickness or anything like that, and it's a very comfortable game. The first thing you see is a couple of robots on these stands, and this is like your repair shop. And they tell you, oh, you got to go into the city and recall these robots that have, they're defective, they're malfunctioning. Some of them are homicidal. So you're like, okay, homicidal robots, got to bring them back to the shop for repairs. They show you how to grab stuff. So anything that highlights with a little circle on it, you can reach out, you can grab it, and you can interact with it. And the first thing I did is I saw there was a circle on the arm, so I thought I was going to be able to move the arm. Instead, you grab the arm, and I ripped it right off the robot. I was like, holy crap, I got the arm. So I just started like beating the robot on the head with his own arm, and then like ripped his leg off, and then threw the arm away. And it's just, everything you do is so natural. You just like throw things, it responds exactly the way you would expect it to, and it feels so good. And then when you finally get it into the game, you have 2 guns by your hips, and you've got 2 shotguns that you can pull out from over your shoulders. And man, not only are you blasting robots with guns and shotguns, but the same thing, if they get close enough, you can grab them and like rip them to pieces and smash other robots with them and throw them into each other. And you can even grab bullets out of the air and throw the bullets back at the robots. Now, the throwing action was a little difficult. It's actually it's a little hard to explain, but basically, when you catch the bullet and you're holding the touch controller in your hand, the normal throw is to let go and open your full hand, because when you throw a ball, you let go. But in this one here, you can only let go with like the side of your hand. So you kind of throw like this, and it feels a little weird. So the actual throwing action of throwing forward is going to take some getting used to. But the fluidity of the game and the look of the game was absolutely phenomenal and so smooth and just so precise. The only thing that bothered me was just that I had a cable sort of like always kind of bumping my arm, and as I was swinging, I had to sort of keep like figuring out which way to go. Brute Boxer says, hey, Josh and Shibuka. Hey, Brute Boxer. Hi from PAX. And yes, and O'Connor, that is absolutely correct. It is free with touch. So that's absolutely awesome. I want to do something. I just kind of want to see. I know that we're streaming live right now, and we got tons of chat in here. Unfortunately, after we go live, people don't leave as many comments on the live stream because, they watch the live stream and they're not commenting. They know that it's not a live stream, so they can't participate in the chat. But what I'd really love to see is if you're watching this right now, put something in like PAX East, not in the chat right now, but if you're watching this after, if you're watching the recording, put in the chat the comments rather, put in PAX East Boston Rocks, okay? I want to see that you're watching it after. I want to see PAX East Boston Rocks in the comments, and it absolutely does. And if you guys have the opportunity to come here and go to a PAX in Boston, absolutely crazy. It's fantastic.
Man, freaking fantastic.
Yeah.
I found a Mass Effect T-shirt that I've been looking for like the past 3 years.
Yep.
I bought it.
And he has a. You can't see it because it's underneath his shirt, but he's got a video games sweatshirt as well.
Try not to flash everybody in the. Yes.
Show us your crits.
Not gonna flash anybody. Ah.
Oh yeah, Shibuka. Show us that video game.
Video game.
NetJack saying, I ripped his arm and it felt so good. Commander Josh Hawkins, PAX 2017.
I've pinned that in admin. We'll use that later.
Oh, bashing the heads together. I didn't think about that. Just grabbing the robots and smashing their heads together. If you have a chance later, you got to go see if you can try that.
Superhero classic, yes, you have to.
I may.
It's so much fun. I mean, everything responds in that same physical sense that you would kind of expect, like grab the robots, smash their heads together, rip their arms off, kick them over. Well, they don't kick. There's no kicking. But you know what they do have, just a little bit further back here, is they have that full body suit with the haptic feedback for Oculus as well.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah, it's really cool. I got some video of that. These guys getting suited up with the haptic feedback, and they're using the Vive controllers. And it's the funniest thing with if you don't see what they're playing and you just watch these guys swinging their arms around and they're doing this and they're doing that and you're like, what the hell are these guys doing? What is going on?
That's in Red Dwarf episodes are like that.
It's absolutely amazing. And then you turn around and you watch the screen and you see, okay, well, he's got a samurai sword in one hand and a gun in the other hand, so he's swinging one arm and shooting with the other. It looks absolutely amazing.
I want to play it so bad. I want to play it.
What, the Robo Recall or with the haptic suit?
I'm talking about the haptic suit.
The haptic suit, yeah.
There's a couple games that I play in the Vive. One of them is like a multiplayer, like military simulation game, kind of like Call of Duty, but 100 times better. because it's room scale VR. But with that vest, dear God,
Yeah,
I would when you get shot, it's like
give you like a vibration or something, and it's literally it's like a full vest and on the back too, and even
Yep.
the shoulders and a little to the arms. I mean, I watched these guys put it on. It looks like you're putting on a suit of armor. I think it took the one that we watched yesterday when we went up the stairs. You can kind of see right up there. There's like this glass area. There's escalators that just go up to there, and that's where we go get our food. And the robot or the suit guys are like where my finger is, but way back there. So we're standing up in that glass area waiting in line for our food, and I watch down as they're putting on these suits, and it takes like 5 minutes for them to put on the suit. The guy's got the suit on. 30 seconds, he's done, and they're taking it off.
Yeah, crazy.
Kinda sucks,
Those
but then
30
the line-
seconds.
Yeah, and the line is ridiculous. Like there's always
Yeah.
like at least 30 to 40 people in that line. And if
Worth
everyone's
it for
getting
those
30
30
seconds,
seconds.
yeah, if everyone's getting 30 seconds, it takes a minute to put all the crap on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, they've
It's
got to
worth
have
it.
that be a short thing. But definitely, I want to try it before we leave.
Yeah.
To see if I can.
There's a lot of contests and raffles and draws as well that I wish I could be participating in right now. I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah.
right over here, I think Bethesda is giving away some stuff for free. They're giving away monitors, and Samsung's got a giveaway.
Nate, who's one of the Planet Coaster ambassadors, he actually won a like $250 headset.
Oh,
Yeah, from DX Racer, I think.
that's awesome.
Yeah, won it in a raffle. It's freaking amazing.
Yeah, Darren, the reason why I'm echoing is because Shibuka, his mic is picking up my talking.
Well, he's on the phone,
Yeah.
and you're on something else, aren't you? So there's a microsecond delay
Yeah.
with your two
Yeah,
sources.
and it's
Yeah.
also because like my mic is actually facing away from Shibuka, but his is actually facing towards me, so he's picking up our sound.
Yeah, there's nothing we can really do about that.
Yeah, and if the screen is vibrating, that's because Captain Richard's got a shaky leg, and he's shaking
Yeah.
the whole table.
Okay, fine. He's got one shaky leg. That's good.
I think he's very excited to be playing Elite Dangerous right now, so he's got a shaky leg.
Right. Thumper the rabbit. Okay. Fine.
Yeah. And yeah, the video quality is a little bit better today. I don't know why. It was much darker in here the past couple of days. I did notice that as well, but I think it was just the way that we had the camera set up. So we're very happy that we fixed it yesterday, and it seems to be pretty good right now. It's a much quieter day here today. I mean, there's still tons of people, but the past 2 days, every
yesterday was
time
a
I
big
look
day.
up at the escalators, it was like just a stream, a constant flow of people coming down and going up. And now I could look over there and maybe 15, 20 people going up at a time. So I guess Sunday it's winding down quite a bit. And we're looking forward to a calmer end of the day where maybe we'll actually get an opportunity to go and take a look at some of the stuff that's out there as well. I'd really like to go and meet some of the other game devs. I've met some really interesting people. I met the creative director for Gearbox, was here yesterday just talking to us about Elite Dangerous.
Yeah.
Yesterday at the Hilton, very, very awesome encounter. I was talking with this guy, but I didn't know who he was. I didn't recognize him. I guess I hadn't watched enough of this guy's videos to recognize who he was because he doesn't go on camera very much. But I was just talking to this guy, and the girl next to him was like, "Oh yeah, he's a YouTube content creator," and I was like, "Oh yeah, I'm a YouTube content creator too." And I said, "So what's your YouTube handle?" And he's like, "Oh, it's IGP," and I was like, IGP, like that sounds really familiar. I was like, I think I'm subscribed to you, man. So I pull up on my phone, and sure enough, I am subscribed to him. And as soon as I saw his channel, I knew exactly who he was, and I was like, this is a guy whose videos I've been watching for the past couple of months and trying to, learn from what he does, because he's got like 400,000 subscribers, and I didn't know what he looked like in real life. And one of my things I was saying with him is that as YouTubers, we don't well, I mean, with us, we're on camera because we
Yeah.
decided to go on camera. But a lot of YouTubers don't go on camera. They play their games and they edit them, and you just hear their voice, but you don't ever actually see what they look like. And YouTube does not provide the same sort of content creator promotion as Twitch does. There's a Twitch booth right over here. They've got quite a few Twitch booths, actually. They have like a couch set up where they're inviting Twitch streamers on. They've got a Twitch streamer zone, like fish bowl with like glass around it where the Twitch streamers are sitting. Upstairs, they have 3 Twitch streamer stations, and then they have 4 booths where they have a list of about 50 Twitch partners, and they're just rotating and sitting there and doing autographs and introducing them to people, which is awesome. They're really promoting their content creators. YouTube doesn't really do anything like that. And every Twitch guy, you know they're a Twitch person because they have a big purple sweater that says Twitch and a name tag. And YouTube, you just don't know who the hell they are.
No, that
It's like, oh, you're a YouTube creator. Okay, that's like, look, you can see right behind me here. Look at this guy. There's a Twitch streamer. See? Twitch, name tag, purple shirt. Actually, he was at the Hilton last night, actually. I don't remember what his name is, but he was definitely at the Hilton. There was like 3 or 4 or 5 Twitch streamers there. And C-Top and IGP were both at the Hilton last night as well. We were chatting with them for quite some time. And I'm really looking forward to talking to those guys again. They invited me to their Discord group, and they talk about YouTube stuff. They talk about, different ways to promote your channel and stuff. So I'm going to chat with them and hang out with them a little bit and, see what we could do to improve the channel and make it better for you guys when you're watching the shows and watching the streams and watching all the content that we put up. So very cool. And he was a great guy. IGP.
Yeah. Cool guy. Very cool guy.
Very cool guy. Very tall. Actually, C-Top was much taller. I was like, wow, I feel like such a small YouTuber compared to these guys, and I mean in like many different ways. I mean like IGP is like this tall, C-Top's like this tall, and they're both big guys. I'm like very intimidated by the size of their YouTube-ness.
You remember who
So
you're talking
now
to?
you see you've spent a day in Shibuka's shoes.
He said it, I did.
Everyone knew you were thinking it.
Yeah, everyone was thinking it. I just said it. Yeah.
What did you ask?
What did I ask?
Yeah, you said.
I said you forget who you're talking to.
Yeah.
Oh,
About being intimidated
the
by
famous
taller,
Shibuka.
larger people.
Yeah.
No, look,
Scott, you
it's
don't get it,
ridiculous.
Josh.
If you want to see the antithesis of that, look at Ed.
Yeah.
at Ed,
Ed is shorter than you.
Yeah, and he's this huge dominating personality because he shines through.
Yeah, actually, it's funny.
Shibuka's the same. Shibuka's the same.
I have been going around today to all the Frontier guys and just asking them, what's your favorite moment at PAX? So that's going to be all included in my recap video of PAX when I upload this after I get back home. And when I asked Ed, I went up and gave him a hug after, and on camera it's sort of strange because you see Ed standing there, and when you see him by himself, can't really tell how tall he is. And then I walk into the camera, and I'm like, hey, Ed.
Carry over like some Yetis. There you go.
I look extremely tall in that video. You guys see that, you'll understand. So I imagine that there's a lot of people watching him right now, streaming over here on the live stream. I don't know what they're streaming. Oh, hey, Great Test is back.
What have they got? 650 or so folk watching.
650 people watching Ed right now?
Yeah.
That's considerably less than what they've had the past couple of days, I think.
Well, I suppose they've had all of the big reveals now, so
yeah,
a bit burned out. Yeah.
Well, we're still waiting to see if maybe there may be a surprise. I asked Zach this morning. I don't think there's going to be any more big reveals, at least not any.
No, he
special
probably
trailers.
gave you his standard hostage negotiator. I'll see what I can do comment. Yeah.
Spike is saying
his face when you ask him a question.
Yeah, it's like Asimov's
you ask him a
robotics.
question,
When,
he's
when
just
you
like,
ask him a question, you know, he's got this conflict of laws going on in his head.
No.
Can I answer this? Does it conflict with the first law?
Yeah. They are very well trained as
Yeah.
far as
They
answering
are.
questions.
Yes,
Yeah,
they are.
very good. They're good at what they do.
Jerome is saying Blizzard is going to hit Boston.
Yes, Blizzard coming. Yeah.
Yeah. Tonight, I think, or tomorrow morning.
I don't know. I leave
Moving
it.
on.
I hope your plane's gonna be okay.
Yeah, I'm going to be on a 6:55 flight out of here. So and it's 45 minutes for me. You guys had some turbulence on the way. I don't know how we
Yeah,
didn't.
we did. It was windy. It was
Yeah.
windy.
It was very windy when I left Montreal. I actually have a shot on the runway of the little wind vanes that they have, and the thing was just sticking out straight like this. I'm like, that can't be good. But the flight was actually really
That's not
smooth.
normal.
Yeah, I filmed it for a
There
good
were a
like
couple times.
minute as it was passing by the window as the plane was going past it. And I was like, wow, that thing's not moving. At first, I thought maybe they put a pole into it and it was just holding it straight up, but no, it was really windy.
You probably had some nice
There was a
direct
couple
winds up
times
there in the
where-
cold north.
Yeah,
And
there was a
Sambuca's
couple
got
times
more
where-
turbulence in the south. There you go.
But yeah, the turbulence, it was rough, man. There's a couple of times we lost like a couple 100 feet at a time. And it's the sound that came out of my mouth. Like, I love flying. I love, feel the G's and everything. But when you drop, just unintentionally, I'm just like, "Ah!"
Yeah, it's suddenly from a couple of thousand
and
feet.
everyone on the plane is dead
that was
silent.
that
and then you
other
just
time.
hear me going in like, "Ah!"
Yes, they're waiting
Oh,
to be told it's okay. Everybody on the
Yeah,
plane.
for real. I feel like everyone was
not
like,
normal.
I feel like everyone was like, is she gonna be okay? But I was actually really enjoying myself. It was a of joy.
Oh, you would. I've taken the girly scream off my soundboard today.
Do you have the real boy scream?
I do have that. 1 second. Let me see. Where is it?
I
There
will
it
not
is.
be doing any screaming.
I'm a real boy.
There you go. You could just cut it off and go, ah! Just cut it off right at the very beginning and get the same sound.
Yeah.
That was the big sound that I made.
little quicker, faster reflexes.
Yeah,
Georgia.
little quick. Right.
There you go. There it is. Oh God, laughing hurts.
Oh yes, it will.
It hurts all here.
Oh man,
But this has been absolutely amazing 4 days.
it really has.
I mean, as excited as I am to go home, I will miss this, especially the meals.
Always thinking with the stomach.
Oh my God.
No, but it's like I think my favorite part of this has been hanging out with Frontier.
Yeah.
I mean, I
Yeah,
had
they
a lot
are
of
great
respect for,
guys. It's
I had a lot of respect for Frontier and all of them before we came out here, but getting to know them over the weekend and everything, I feel like all of the content creators and ambassadors that came out here, we all feel like one big family.
Yeah.
They're just awesome guys. Awesome guys.
Yeah. They and girls.
And girls.
And
Awesome.
girls.
What I love about the crew is that basically this gap between Elite and Planet Coaster is basically non-existent. They all
Yeah,
work
that's
together
so true.
in a big ball.
Yeah, and we were talking about that. We were saying, one thing that we're missing here at the Frontier booth is we don't have any sign that actually says Planet Coaster or Elite Dangerous. It says
Yeah.
Frontier. And a lot of people have been coming up to us and they're like, so, what game is this? We're like, well, and at
game
first
is
I was
Frontier?
like, well, what do you mean, what game is this? Like, can't you see it's Elite Dangerous? Like, duh.
Yeah.
They had signs that got caught up in customs.
Yeah.
Oh.
But what we
Customs
really
is
wanted
better.
to see was a giant Coriolis station rotating over our head here.
And a roller
that
coaster
would've been
going
awesome.
in and out of it.
And a roller coaster. If they would have had like a small roller coaster that people could ride on, we would have tons more people at the booth.
It's true.
And they could. I mean, technically, some of
Put a roller coaster in an Orbis station in the ring.
the ceiling
There you
and
go.
the roof in this place is a mile high.
Oh yeah.
I couldn't even tell you how high it is here.
Well,
For me,
it's
that
got
looks
clouds
like
up
10
there.
or
It's
12
got its
No,
own
no, no.
atmosphere.
Don't show
not
that.
that
Show
high.
the. Yes, it is. Show
Not
over
that
there.
high.
Okay, it's not a
It's not
mile,
that high.
but you can't jump
It's
and
not
touch
even,
that.
It's not
shit.
even a quarter mile.
That's about. I'd say that's about 8 or 9 stories high there.
8 or 9 stories, I can see that.
Yeah, that's
You
8 or
can't-
9
you can't have
stories
a
high.
roller coaster in 8 or 9 stories. You're not going to get it big enough
You
to
know,
flop.
well, if you stay there at the end of the evening after the place is closed, you lot have all gone by then. But all the heat that's risen from everybody's bodies during the day goes up there. The moisture
Oh,
condenses. And it rains because it has its own atmosphere.
Yeah, well. So
Morty says it's a Canadian mile.
the
But
Canadian.
not as short as a New York mile, like New York second.
No, miles must be shorter in Boston. Yes, guys. I don't even know how long a mile is. I'm a Canuck. Although we learned something
It's over
interesting about the
5,000
UK.
feet.
So the UK uses the metric system, but apparently all your highways and roads all have
Oh, yeah.
miles per hour.
Yeah. Yeah, everything's still in miles. If you're on the road, it's all in miles. Everything's
It's kind of
measured in
a
miles.
weird
It's
way
just
of doing
UK
things.
being UK.
Yep,
Especially
things in
every
shops
place.
are generally measured in grams. They used to be in ounces and pounds, but they're in grams now. But if you want a distance, it's always in miles.
And if you weigh yourself, then it's in stone, which nobody
It
knows what that means.
It can be. I mean, mostly the doctors and all the medical systems are working in kilograms now. But yeah, a lot of people still. And height.
In
If you
stone?
say your height,
What?
heights in feet.
Yeah,
Stones,
that
You guys are weird.
stones and pounds.
we do the same thing with
Stones
height.
are
I mean,
pounds.
so wait, a stone is a pound?
A stone is 14 pounds.
Or
And there's
Where
16
did you get
ounces in a
that?
pound.
What stone
Don't ask
did
me.
everyone
This is,
compare to
you know.
to get
Oh,
14
apparently New
pounds?
Zealand
Is
uses
a
stones
standard,
as well.
Yes.
a standard
well,
stone
if you look
weighs
at the
14
names of
pounds,
it,
is that what we're saying?
stones and feet and all these things, they're obviously old measurements of
It sounds
things
like
that were based on items. real things.
primeval measurements.
Well,
Yeah.
a foot I can understand because everything's different, but it's kind of similar. But a stone, like
It was
standard
presumably
stone?
some old mill weight, for flour or something like that, millennia ago. I don't know.
I
But
don't
yeah.
know.
So a lot of people are sort of getting on towards my age know their weight in pounds and kilograms because you have to.
What are cubits?
The cubits? I don't. You go back to Egypt. I don't know.
Isn't that like a digital measurement or something? A cubit?
Uktentide just said that in chat.
There's another one. Disco Cat. He says in the kitchen, the US uses cups.
Yeah.
That's right.
A real precise
cups,
unit. That's
cups
true.
to measure things.
Yeah, interestingly enough, we use
We tend
cups
to use
still
grams.
in Canada as well. So
Yeah, in the
No,
UK we tend to
here
use grams.
everything's gram and everything's meters. Just very efficient and very organized, like it should be.
Very German.
I gotta
German.
stop. I have to stop thinking about food because I'm starving, man. Yeah.
Somebody give that man a
Are you
spoon.
going to tell Shibuka to go and get you a burger? Is that coming next?
There's no burgers here for me to tell
get us some
Shibuka to go
burgers,
get me.
dude.
So. We had this discussion this morning, Shibuka. Stop making that face. He's just doing this on purpose. Turn your mic in a little bit, though. Does it bend? Oh yeah, look, it bends. Pull it out a little bit more.
What do you want me to do?
Oh no, it's just you sound quiet. I even turned your volume up.
Ugentide says he wants to ask how many qubits in a cube
Hold this
height.
up. Is it full out?
Yes.
8,
yes. Thanks,
obviously.
Ugentide.
Pull it up more. There you go.
Now I think the stroopwafels are all empty. I
Oh,
think they
actually,
knocked them
no.
yesterday.
We do have stroopwafels left. There's like
Then
3
eat
or 4 of
those.
them. But I'm not going to send Shibuka to go and get them in the box.
Ah,
I'll go and get them in the box. I'll leave Shibuka here and I'll go get the stroopwafels. Here we go.
Go get the street waffles.
I'm going to go get the stroopwafels.
I want to take the headset off.
No, I'm with Sinclair Research on this one. It could do with a bacon butty.
A bacon? What's a bacon buddy?
Sandwich, bacon sandwich, fried bacon sandwich, bacon butty, lad. Oh,
so
kinda
funny.
English classic.
It's
Actually, could do with
so funny how many like local or cultural differences there are between the different countries. Even if some of them talk English, there's still so many
with egg.
differences
Yes,
in between. It's
yes,
amazing.
it's right. You've got a fried egg and bacon sandwich with a bit of ketchup in there.
Ketchup on bacon. I don't think I can.
Lightly toasted as well. Sandwich of bacon and egg, bit of ketchup, maybe a bit of brown
Yeah.
sauce.
I don't know. I prefer
Bacon butty, with
mayonnaise
cheese in it.
and lettuce. Bacon bunny.
Oh,
Or
I've just
chip
seen
butty.
your
Chip
T-shirt
butty
say
with-
ambassador on the back.
Oh yes.
The way
Yeah,
they're
they
Oh,
do.
yeah.
boasting about it there.
It's like SWAT teams and police, citizen.
Look at this. We've got. I mean, of all the food that we could possibly eat on the BroCast when we're hungry, I think stroopwafels is the best choice.
I don't think a stroopwafel is going to be enough, Josh.
But you're gonna eat it anyhow, and you're gonna love it.
It's probably just gonna raise your insulin levels, and then you're gonna end up more hungry.
You get
in
a
the
crash, yeah, but it'll see you through at the end of the stream, and that's all we care about, isn't it?
end.
Yeah, that's all that matters.
The flight home is your issue.
Oh, I'm gonna eat something before I get on the flight. I don't know when I'm gonna eat something, but I'm
Well,
going
yeah,
to.
Airport.
It's a safe thing to sleep on the way home because they're going to wake you up when you get there. They're not going to leave you on the plane.
And return you back to Boston.
Fair
Yeah,
enough.
go on, get out of the chair, you. Go on.
I almost left my passport in the hotel, actually.
Ooh.
When I got to the hotel, because I have all this electronic equipment that I brought with me. So I was putting some stuff into the safe, and I was like, I better put my passport in the safe just in case. You never know. Housekeeping. Oh, look at passport. Okay. Get my passport. So I put the passport and my other legal documents into this. What is this face?
What?
What? This face?
What face?
That face you were just making. Yeah, something like that. What is that all about? Housekeeping.
That maid voice?
I thought it was good maid voice. That's not what your maid sounds like?
I don't have a maid because I'm your maid, ass.
That's my bitch, man. Yeah.
Whining
Yeah.
about it is not going to make your situation any better.
I just enjoy whining. Everyone.
He does enjoy whining.
It's
Non-stop.
been 11 degrees in Boston. Of course. I'm
Oh
gonna
my
whine.
God. This guy walks outside, he's
Oh,
like,
is that 11 in foreign currency, in old money, in
so
Fahrenheit?
cold.
Because it's so cold.
What did you not feel yesterday? Like my ears, my nose, my fingers, my toes.
You're talking.
All of them were
old
numb
school-
and burning.
It's that old school Fahrenheit temperature.
Mm.
Yeah,
What
because
was
I
it
don't
in
work in
Fahrenheit?
that anymore.
Yeah.
I work in modern centigrades now.
I think we figured out that yesterday it was in the low minuses Fahrenheit.
No, Celsius.
No, hold on.
No, Fahrenheit.
We'll work it
Right.
out.
Well,
it was-
11 Fahrenheit is minus 11 centigrade.
What
So
is
there
it?
You go.
I was just going to look it up. Fahrenheit to Celsius.
Minus 11.
Minus,
11.
and it
11
was
Fahrenheit. Minus 11.
it was
It's
about
32
minus 15.
Fahrenheit.
So it was like 5
Yeah.
degrees Fahrenheit yesterday.
32 Fahrenheit is 0 centigrade. So
Yeah. So we were at about 5 degrees Fahrenheit yesterday, which
minus 11. Yeah. It's pretty
Shibuka does
cold.
not experience a whole lot of in North Carolina.
No, it gets low 20s at the worst.
Meanwhile, my wife text messages me and says it's minus 19 Celsius in Montreal,
That's really
Mm.
freaking cold.
which is actually a very common temperature for a winter day in Montreal. Cold would be minus 30, which I think at minus
That's,
30 is minus 30
It's
Fahrenheit.
minus 19 Celsius is minus
Yeah, but
2
if you think
for
about that,
Fahrenheit people.
New York City has, I think, the same latitude as Rome. Then you know how far north Montreal actually is.
Yeah.
Like,
Not as, yeah.
it's
I was
probably
just
around
saying this about-
around the same level as. Yeah, I don't actually know, but I think something like Munich, where I live, roundabout probably. But we have the Alps here, and we have the Gulf Stream, so everything's a lot warmer here. I think today it was pretty chilly, but it was still like 10 degrees centigrade and sunny, so no problem there.
Well, the first day that we got here
Montreal's-
was really nice. The
Montreal's
temperature
Yeah,
dropped
it's really
Friday.
nice.
45 latitude. Here you go. Montreal, 45 latitude.
Yeah, it's 45.
Yeah, that's
yeah.
around about what Munich is.
But
Yeah.
we're located right on the water. Montreal's
And
an
I'm
island.
I'm at 53.
Yep.
53. So I should be a hell of a lot colder, but I'm not. Because that's
Yeah.
good for you.
It's also, you know, the geographic location. I mean,
Well, I mean, you know, Canada's like the middle of Canada in the Canadian Shield there. The continental extremes of temperature are just insane.
yeah. Well,
Yeah.
we're right on
Not
the
a
coast.
temperate little wet, damp island like mine.
We get all the cold air blowing off the Atlantic that comes inland, and I mean, Montreal is not far from the coast. Well, you could drive there in 10 hours. You're right on the coast of the Atlantic Ocean.
That's not far from the coast.
What's that? Silent
10-hour
House says
drive
the
for
Shibu-
Canada is
the
not
Sh-
far. I mean, it's not as close as you are, but
Does Shibuka not go out much because Josh looks like he has a better tan? Tan? They both look like they're
What?
basement dwellers. What are you talking
Tan?
about, man?
I'm just
They're nearly
a
as pale
fair
as me.
guy. I haven't had time to go outside. It's been winter, and I have a yes.
Yeah, they look nearly as pale as me, and I've got Scottish ancestry, so I'm blue. So, I mean, come on.
you're blue.
Yeah, it's Scottish ancestry. My skin's blue, you know?
Wow.
Blue.
Really good.
I've heard of blue blood, Turgeon. I've never heard of blue skin.
But, you know, Scottish people are so pale
He's a
and
blue
blue.
Brit.
Yeah.
You're a blue Brit? Oh, we were having some discussion about Cockney English yesterday.
Oh yeah, that was really interesting. Zach said something about not giving any monkeys. And I was like,
I don't give a monkey.
I was like, I've heard that one.
Yeah, the Brits have an obsession with monkeys. It's a naval thing along with jacks. Everything's jacks and monkeys.
They're calling you Papa Smurf right now in the chat, Turgeon. NetJack says, hello, Papa Smurf.
Yeah, I am. I'm about that, Blue. Yeah.
Turgeon is a Smurf.
We get a nice rust here in the UK.
A nice
You're lucky
rust.
he said about not giving a monkeys because he could also have said not give a rat's ass or a tinker's cuss. And that would
Well,
have
not
confused
giving a
you
rat's
more,
ass is a
probably.
pretty common expression
Yeah,
there.
tinker's cuss though he could have said. That's an old
I mean, if that was Cockney, then I mean that's something that I'm pretty sure
no,
everyone would recognize.
it's not actually Cockney rhyming slang, that one. I'm not sure what the origin is. I think it's just an abbreviation of
Not
yeah,
giving a rat's ass. It's
monkeys throwing their own
you know,
crap, you see, I think it's from.
that's one of
So
those
it's from
expressions that I've said many times before. I'm sure you have as well, but I've never actually thought about it until right now. And like, what the hell does that actually
What
mean?
does that
Not
actually
giving a
mean?
rat's ass? Like, why would you be talking about a rat's ass, first of all? Is that
I guess it comes from like the plague to where
Well, yeah,
no one cared, nobody liked a rat, and
well,
the
Ender
worst
O'Connor
part of a
there
rat is his ass. So I was like, I don't even
says
give a
not
rat's
giving
ass
a
about that.
toss. Not giving a toss
I don't
is
know.
the same thing as actually not giving a monkey's.
That doesn't make that's a
think it's
negative
like-
though. It needs to be I
It's like
give
a
a
monkey's
rat's ass.
toss.
Yeah.
Well,
No.
that's the thing that annoys me about American folk talking about I could care less. Well, you could, because you should be couldn't care less.
Yes.
There you go.
Thank
Strange
you. That one
collective.
drives me nuts.
It does. Good man.
Yeah, it
But yes,
drives
not
me
giving
crazy.
a toss, because I think the actual thing is monkey's toss, because it's to do with monkeys throwing crap.
Well, I guess you could care less
they
if
do.
you weren't talking about it.
Yeah, but it couldn't. Brass monkeys, yeah, there's another one. We love it.
Brass monkeys.
Yeah, brass monkeys. That's cold. Cold enough to freeze the balls off a brass monkey.
So I guess we could play some Elite Dangerous now.
Brass monkeys
Yeah,
outside.
that's really dangerous.
Yeah, let's check out this TrackIR and see how it works with a little bit of Elite Dangerous.
Yes, let's get on to that.
I'm kind of curious. I think that are they still streaming?
Let's have a look.
I see.
No,
It
no,
just
they've
switched
finished.
to Planet Coaster. Okay, well that's a good time for
Yeah,
us
they've
to
finished.
jump on the stream now. Let's see if it starts up properly. All right. Yeah, as soon as you see Planet Coaster up on the screen there. What can we do? Let's do something fun. Let's see if we can get a bunch of commanders in here and.
Try out
what?
Multicrew again. Try out Multicrew again.
We can try a Multicrew again. Yeah, we could do that.
It may or may not work.
Okay.
It may not work.
You know,
Probably won't.
we're going to have to put something to the test, though. Not today, but we're going to have to put this to the test. I don't know if you remember last night when we were discussing who would survive in a PvP fight between you and I.
Oh yeah.
That was Mars asked us that, actually.
Yeah. So you need to get yourself.
An engineered ship.
It's hard to tell
Yes.
because on the one hand, Josh is commander 40%, but on the other hand, Shabuka is Shabumka. So
Yeah,
who's gonna win?
that
Yeah,
was the debate.
They both. Yeah, will they destroy?
Are
each
you
other
gonna
or
ever
destroy
get
themselves
lower than
first?
40%?
Yeah.
Ah,
It's going to be a
It's gonna
race as to
It's
whether
gonna
they
be like
destroy
two blind men taking a vision test. Read this first line. I can't.
waving at each other.
Exactly what it's gonna be.
Van City 92 is asking, do they only play Elite Dangerous? No.
No, we don't.
No, the BroCast began with Elite Dangerous. That's how we became the BroCast, but the BroCast itself plays quite a few different games. I'd say Elite Dangerous is still primarily the game that we play the majority of the time.
Yeah.
Especially we talk about a lot of the news in Elite Dangerous and stuff that's
We do.
happening
Yes,
in the
yeah.
lore and the
Yeah.
like. That not so much
Yeah.
with other games. We occasionally show other games and play them a bit.
Yeah, we do.
Cyrus, New Dawn, we've played.
A lot of
Pulsar we're playing.
who we played
other day,
Helion,
Hellion.
Star Citizen,
Kerbal, Astroneer,
We've had many
Astroneer,
games.
Osiris.
Yeah.
Pulsar.
Pulsar. Oh yeah, Pulsar we got to play again. That was fun.
Yeah.
That was
That was pretty fun.
I'm kind of curious, actually. I haven't checked to see if they've updated and added anything new into the game. But
I haven't heard or seen anything, but could be. I don't know.
I know that No Man's Sky just did a big update,
Mhm.
and they added in ground
They have
vehicles.
different types of SRVs now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
FDF.
No. Y'all can keep it.
But different types of SRVs? I wouldn't
No,
mind
come
seeing
on, No
different
Man's
types of
Sky.
SRVs.
No, he's
Well, I have to say,
I'm
the
wrong.
updates are good. It does improve what they have. That doesn't mean
No,
that the
I'm
game
still
is
not gonna play
suddenly very good or suddenly
Suddenly
completely
worth the
different. That's not
price,
the
yeah.
case. But
Should
they
we
are
come back in 2
improving, which
years
I
and
like. I have to say.
say
I mean, I
it's
spent
right?
the money already. They might as well improve and make me perhaps look into it once again.
True.
I'm not
Who,
logging in out of spite.
who in the chat might happen to have some clue as to how I activate TrackIR in Elite Dangerous? Because I'm turning my head, it's not doing anything.
There's a program. On the
Program?
desktop.
Yeah.
Let me see.
Yeah, it's a.
I'm pretty sure you
Oh, this
basically
one.
have to activate your mouse look permanently and then assign your
already read
mouse control to the TrackIR control. Something like that. But I
That's-
didn't do it
that's
before,
smart.
so it's just
Might be under.
guesstimating
Well,
here.
they're saying in chat, load it first and restart it.
I have it loaded, actually. It was loaded before I started the game. I just didn't
Minimize,
realize.
maximize the tray.
Oh, here it is. TrackIR. Okay, so hang on. Track clips.
Yeah, I think it's a setting you have to do.
That's up. Maybe maybe I should have turned this off and on again and then started Elite Dangerous. Because it doesn't look like it's
Shut.
tracking anything right now. Yeah, it's.
Restart it.
Yeah, I'll shut down the client. So I have to start TrackIR first, and then load up Elite Dangerous, or no? Doesn't matter. Let's see. Turning on TrackIR.
That piece of hardware
Oh,
is
there
on
we
his
go.
head there in Signal. That's the little clamp there to his headphones.
Oh,
That's
there.
the TrackIR module
Oh,
goes-
wow, look at that. Is that ever neat? That's sort of weird though. God, that is going to take some getting used to. Because you move your head, but not your eyes.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I
yeah.
didn't get a TrackIR yet, because it's not the same thing as looking around, because your screen still stays in the same place.
I don't know about this, man.
I want my whole screen to move when I move my head. Okay, well, yeah, I could see in combat how that would be kind of useful, I suppose. It's like constant head look mode, though. I'm not sure how that's going to be for the stream.
It's probably just a thing of getting used to it, and if you set it to very sensitive, then you don't have to move your head much to make it look in a certain direction.
Yeah, you know what I got to do is just got to turn this a little bit. Okay, because the screen is a little rotated, so...
I don't like it.
Yeah, there is an eye tracker. What's the name again?
Toby
IX. Yeah.
Toby IX.
That's it.
Exactly. But that kind of has the same issue, because when you think about, you look with your eyes to the right part of the screen, for example, then suddenly the screen shifts while you do that. So you have to adjust your eyes again to where you wanted to look at in the first place. So I don't know, I would imagine that would feel kind of weird, because once you move your eyes, the screen moves as well, and what you were looking at is suddenly in a different place.
It's sensitive. I will say it is sensitive. I would probably want to turn down the sensitivity, which I think I could do, but I'm just not going to play around with it for the stream's sake. Just keep it the way that it is.
And I have to say, Josh, I think you failed hard yesterday. I rewatched the stream from yesterday, and in the end, where you couldn't get into the gunner view, that was because you didn't select your gunner position, your gunner role yet. You were still in idle.
You see, he's analysed it.
I think a lot of that had to do with the fact that I didn't have the right key bindings, and selecting the gunner roll
no
just was not bound to a
excuses,
proper
you
key.
didn't select the roll.
No,
you could have
it
selected
totally
on your third
is,
screen on the bottom.
Well, we
When I
could
was with
try it
Wacky
again
Sparrow.
now. We could try it again now.
Well, I'm
Because-
still in the Corvette, so I can invite you along.
Yeah, go ahead and let's
I'm
try that
heading
out.
heading out towards Anarchy system anyway, so we can.
But congrats to you guys getting it to work yesterday in the first place, so you could actually join a different ship.
Right, I'll have to
Yeah,
put it on.
we were able to get it to work yesterday, so that was actually pretty good. I'm happy.
Yeah, no greatest and there's chaos. You're totally right there in Signal.
Right.
Okay, let's hope that this works.
I've set us to bounty hunting, but I'm heading to an Anarchy system where we can just shoot everybody anyway if we want. So.
Okay. Cross your
4C
fingers.
has had an eye tracking. What is 4C?
Or press your thumbs. That's the German expression for crossing your fingers, right?
Yes, that's
Right,
right.
Taz? Press your thumbs.
Yep. Daumen drücken.
Daumen
weird.
gluten. Gluten your dammit. All right, well, it's loading, so that's a good start. Toby 4C is
Come
both eye
on,
and
that's
eye tracking. Both eye and
Head
eye.
I think is what he's saying.
Oh, maybe so. Eye and head.
Well, the thing about eye tracking is if you don't have an adequate lighting on, the camera can't see your eye. So you need to play.
I think it actually
odds
works
rather-
with infrared lights shining in your eyes, so it can see you in bad conditions as well, I think.
Well, then never mind then.
Oh, what is that?
Toby IX first. I didn't even hear about that. I wonder how that would work if your eyes and head is being tracked. That's kind of weird.
Supposed to be quick space.
Turgeon, are you in hyperspace right now? Yes, you
I
are.
was.
Wow, that was weird.
That was kind of trippy. Not gonna lie, that was
I
very
was.
cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so look, how exactly do I select?
I'm just gonna head down to the nav
Go to
beacon,
gunner.
so.
Look down.
Hey, Paul
Go
McLean.
down to gunner.
Welcome.
Oh, that's how we do that. I thought I was.
Could have
Oh.
told you that yesterday.
Oh, look
Dear,
at
oh
that.
dear, This Corvette steers like a Corvette.
You got like this zooming in effect too.
There we go. Right.
You look ridiculous right now,
Hey,
Josh.
stop it. Stop it. Okay, so
Thankfully, I'm not
I can't
looking at
lean
the
in.
Can you get into the external camera now, the gunner view?
Well, hang on. Wait
I
till
don't know.
I don't know if you can in Super Cruise.
Oh no, not in Super
I couldn't
Cruise.
check
That's
that,
true.
but I'll. Right, here
Oh,
we go.
you're
I'm dropping
right,
out at the
right.
nav beacon, so there you go. Now you should be able to.
I don't know what do I
Look
press.
down.
Whichever keybind you set to activate your mode switch for.
I don't remember what you set it to.
I don't remember what the hell we set it to either. Let's check the keybind. I thought I put it to the middle mouse button, but
F12, I think. Nope.
nope. Let's check out the controls. All right. Mode switch. Is this it? The mode switch?
Yep, that's the one.
No, I don't think so.
They got roll panel. UI focus? No, I think it's under Multicrew.
Multicrew.
Mode
toggle.
Mode toggle. Oh. Is that O or 0?
That's O.
Oh, yeah.
You guys can't hear it, but they just played the trailer again.
I heard the hum in the background, indeed.
Yes.
I love that.
With that noise.
So good.
Exactly.
Yes.
All right, are we in a...
Sounds so good.
Hey, look who's popping
Oh,
in here.
I'm getting shivers even if you play it there, Turgeon. So good.
They're not going to see it for a second, but everyone, Ed is on the stream. Let's get a big hello for Ed Lewis.
Hey!
Hey,
There he
Mr.
is,
Lewis.
right down there. The side of Ed's head's there. Oh, yeah. Oh, right there.
There he is. All right, so you've got the gunning thing. Right, so we'll do some crap. I'll just pick a random target.
Yeah. Well, you had
Okay.
it. You
There
had
you
it set
go.
to mouse control.
No,
Can we attack anyone here?
Yeah, we're in the lawless system. So I'm essentially I've put practically every weapon on turrets apart from the two big
Yeah,
ones.
get back. You've gotta assign your turrets.
I don't even have anything assigned. Okay.
Yeah, just use your right panel, standard right weapons panel to put them on your fire buttons.
I do know that this gunner view is very, like, there's much controversy around it, but I love it. I love the way how the ship moves
fine.
completely independently of your camera,
Yeah.
and you
Well,
just
I mean,
feel like a
when we-
badass shooting away
Yeah,
at
exactly.
stuff.
When we were doing that session,
I love that.
yesterday,
I can't wait to get my hands on that.
I got all 24 kills that we had from the gunner.
Yeah, I
position.
saw that.
It's great. Look at that
weird
flare.
that I
That
got
is
it.
quite some flare going on there.
Hmm.
But yeah, so
Yes, I'm sorry, Paul.
once you've got that bound,
Cats don't
there you
get
go.
sarcasm.
Now, do you
I'll
have
try
to
and keep
keep
the
it?
ship so that you can. You should be able to just permanently tag the guy.
Oh my God! As long as you just keep it lined up. You were using the
Yeah,
mouse
just,
though, right?
Oh, I was using the mouse for that.
I don't know what the lock on target button is, but oh, there he is. That's his hull right there.
Okay.
Hey, Troy, welcome. Greetings to the Radio Sidewinder guys.
Community Sidewinder, is that what you said? Or
Radio Sidewinder.
oh, Radio Sidewinder. I was like, who's Community Sidewinder?
I haven't seen arbitration today. Actually, I saw something about PAX on Twitter earlier. But
Yeah, he just said there, try not to kill arbitration, we need him alive. Maybe he's around there somewhere.
I don't see him.
No, I haven't seen arbitration either. I want to change the settings so that it's set for the mouse though, because the joystick is a little bit weird. No, it's not set for
I think I've seen him on a picture somewhere. Somebody posted.
Yeah, there's a couple of like Elite Meet and stuff where
you know, this is a very lazy roll. Not gonna lie, it's extremely lazy.
yeah, I think I would prefer ship launch fighter roll.
It's literally just keep the guy in the center and keep squeezing
Yeah,
the
it's
trigger.
great.
Okay, he's dead. Here, let me reassign these this control to the mouse though, because I think that's
well,
what you said.
the basic is that simple, yes, but you can have also control of some of the activation modules like shield cell banks, I think, and heat sinks. And
yeah.
you can also do a lot of stuff
That's what I mean,
with targeting, managing your targets and contacts around the ship. So there is more to the role, but it is not too complex. That's true.
Axis X.
Then again, that's kind of the
This is the
point
X,
of
right?
Multicrew, that everybody can
Yeah.
focus on a very specific thing.
Pitch. Oh, we want pitch inverted.
When you go up, it'll go down.
Up is down, yeah. Oh no, I guess for the mouse we probably want to just regular pitch. What's the relative mouse x-axis
I
and
don't know.
y-axis?
I have no idea what that is.
I think
Yeah,
that's
should be good.
basically joystick controls for the mouse. If you move the mouse to a certain direction, it keeps going in that direction even if you stop moving the mouse. So basically the mouse has a
Oh
0
my
point.
god.
That's
Oh,
ridiculous.
this
There's
is
people
ridiculous.
that like that kind of stuff.
This is ridiculous.
Except that, how do we target now?
T.
T? Oops. No, T is not doing anything. Oh, it's just... No, we got to figure out how to lock onto the target. Because before, when we had it on the mouse, on the joystick, it just did it automatically. Turgeon, you're going to be on your own for a second. I'm going to reset these controls while we're getting attacked. Options.
Turgeon has no weapons.
Maybe just jump out for a second, Turgeon, because I got to fix the buttons again.
Multicrew.
Cycle cockpit, third person, most sensitivity, third person pitch down. Okay, we don't win stuff.
I might just go see if it's got targeted. See if it selects. Yeah, give it T. Or that.
What buttons are cycle next target T? What's cycle next hostile ship? Let's try that.
Nice. This is so lazy.
Oh, it is absolutely so lazy. Oh my
I don't think I like this at all.
It's too easy. Like you don't have to do anything. I may as well put everything to just one fire group too. Like I don't even see the purpose of setting it to separate fire groups really.
Yeah, it's a bit odd.
Here, try this.
Yeah, I'll give it a shot. Oh, Jesus. What are we targeting?
Well, middle mouse button, click the wheel for target. Just anything really. Oh, that's Commander Thudpucker.
Oh, my bad, Thudpucker.
Sorry, Thudpucker.
My bad.
Shibuka just
My
right
bad.
away starts killing other players. Way to go.
You know, I've had a bad day, and I'm just kidding.
He's had a great day. We're much happier to be here right now than showing other people how to play the game, because that's all we've been doing is showing other people how to play the game.
Yeah, this is a little boring.
The bind grind is real, says Sam Zilborg. The target lock loss is an issue with instancing. Okay. Troy M says, hello to y'all out there from Commander Ravenhold and all of us from Radio Sidewinder. Try not to kill arbitration, we need them live. Okay, so that's who had said that. Now I'm actually looking at the chat. Shibuka's actually the one doing the shooting right now. which you can. I bound these two keys here. If you want to set different things to the fire groups, kill warrant scanner, or whatever.
Okay.
The two side buttons, I don't have them bound to anything. So if you want to, just go ahead and switch that out. And I'll just. Paul McLean says, "Who's Ed Lewis?"
Okay.
Silly Paul. Well, Shibuka is blowing up some guys in the third-person gunner view. Let me just take a very quick moment to say thanks to everyone who's watching the stream right now. And we are live from PAX. My name's Commander Josh Hawkins. Shibuka is right here to my left, or rather to the right on the screen. We've got Commander Greytest and Turgeon Starstone as well in chat with us at the moment.
Hey, Jeps.
Greytest is the one flying the Corvette, and no, excuse me, Turgeon is the one flying the Corvette. Greytest is, well...
I'm just there for decoration.
Greytest is sending the cold wind our way by talking and moving his giant chin. It's flapping the air westward.
Oh, Josh, I love you too.
Towards the east coast of the United States, where we are right now in Boston at PAX.
I only had these powers.
The power of the jaw. Imagine that.
Wow.
So we're live at PAX in Boston. It is day 3 for us right now. We've been here since Thursday. We've been hanging out with the crew from Frontier, who are all absolutely amazing people. And we've been showing off Elite Dangerous to a whole new crowd of people. You know, I want to talk about the crowd of people that we've been getting here because it's really interesting.
How's the reactions been from them?
Everybody loves the game. Absolutely everybody loves it. I can't tell how many people love the game and who actually want to go and buy it, or how many people have come over and they look at it and they go, wow, that's really cool, and they just want to come and play it while they're here at the booth. But what I found actually really interesting is that a lot of the people that are coming over to play have actually played Elite Dangerous before, and they play on mouse and keyboard.
Mm-hmm.
And so they come over
me.
because, like you, they come over because they want to try out the Thrustmaster joysticks, which is what we have set up on all the stations here. We have the Thrustmaster 16,000 FCS set up, and it's okay. I mean, it's certainly a workable throttle and joystick.
I'm not a huge fan.
I'm not a huge fan of it, not because there's anything wrong with it as a joystick, but because I'm spoiled. Oh, you know what? I just realized when we're in the ship view, as I'm turning my head, we're gonna make everyone dizzy. Nobody look at the screen, you're gonna get nauseous. Oh, okay, look, zoom in, zoom out. I'm gonna just turn the TrackIR off, actually, because it's kind of useless if you're, let's just turn this off. Okay, there we go. As a joystick, it is certainly more than adequate for any type of flying space game. You know, the joystick itself is pretty sturdy, and it's got a nice motion to it. I do like the fact that the centering is very strong. It actually recenters quite nicely. I mean, like, it springs back. It's got a very strong center, unlike the Cytec, which is actually the X52, which has a very soft center, and you have to set a little bit of a dead zone on it. So the FCS is much better for that. That centering action on it is very, very nice. The throttle is also very smooth, but almost too smooth.
So light.
It's
so easy to move. There's no resistance.
There's no resistance, and you can't really tell where exactly the center point is. So for people that are using, for people that are using a X52, you have an idea as to what the centering is like. You have a little notch right at the center, and then you have sort of like these notches at the 75 and 25% mark where you can kind of feel it locks, and then you got to give it an extra little pull to pull down. So if you're doing a full throttle, like I play Elite Dangerous full throttle with the 0 at the center, the X52 is much better for that. The FCS...
Which I find interesting because I have the previous version of the Thrustmaster 16,000, and that actually has that notch in the middle of the throttle.
Yeah, this one does not. So if you're playing full throttle, there's absolutely no way to tell other than looking down at your throttle control how fast you're going. I'm gonna see, is Max still out there? Yeah, he is. I'm gonna go grab some halls. My throat is killing me right
Okay,
now.
yeah.
I'll be right back.
The Edge asked if they have a VR set up here for Elite. No VR, but there is a Logitech booth a little bit across the convention floor. They've got a 180-degree screen whipped out with 2 projectors and a full cockpit simulation like chair with a HOTAS mounted to it and everything. It's really awesome. I want to, before we head out today, I want to run over there and give it a shot. But we were talking about it yesterday. Frontier actually has that set up in the office. They just haven't set it up yet, and I can't see why they wouldn't. I would stop everything and do it. Gentlemen, can I help you with something? Appreciate that. I looked the wrong way first because I got confused with the mirroring on the. It was sad. It was sad.
Where are you scooting over to? You're allowed to stay on this. We don't mind. Oh, Zach is doing bunny ears.
Yeah.
Sandy's here. I see you got a nice place for the Loach now.
Yeah.
Got the hat back. Hey, what
Oh my
happened to your Red Sox hat?
It's got to be the proper hat for the last game.
Yeah.
I think I paid my dues.
Yep,
You know?
absolutely.
I've learned a bit of Southie. I've got the Red Sox.
Yep.
But now it's fake cowboy things.
Sandy's been repping the Boston Red Sox for the past 3 days. He's got a Boston Red Sox hat that we got at the beginning of the show, I guess. And I guess you missed the actual cowboy hat.
There's only so much time I can spend playing for the hat. A good place for Loach.
Yeah, I was pretty impressed that you weren't wearing it for that long.
I did earlier on. I thought I'd lost Space Loach. Looking around, not seeing it was on my head.
You know, I gotta say, Sandy, when you left the Space Loach on the table,
Confession time.
we were very careful with it. You know, I saw it there. I wanted to make sure nobody tore it or anything. And then I see you pick it up and you just like crunch it into a ball and like shove it into your pocket or something. I was like, okay, it doesn't have to be that gentle with it. Apparently so. Do you want to share with the viewers the origins of the Space Loach, or no?
I tell that stories, but they're just lies. Just like in Elite, filled with hidden agendas.
Mystery, intrigue.
The truth is,
let's go to the chat and just see. Does anyone have any questions for Sandy about the Space Loach? Do you guys want to know anything, or questions? Or questions for the Space Loach about Sandy? Go ahead and put your questions in the chat.
One
And
day the Loach just popped into existence like a Holo-Me.
what's that?
I said one day the Loach just popped into existence like a Holo-Me.
Oh yes, one day the Loach just popped into existence like a Holo-Me. Will there be a Holo-Me Space Loach? That's very true.
We're still waiting for the Loach bobblehead.
I'm meant to be in the UK with beta time. Maybe in a bit I'm going to flicker and vanish. I feel like maybe I'm going to vanish.
Well, interestingly enough, we should report this bug to you right now. It's not to do with the Space Loach, but when we were in Holo-Me the other day, I was the one pilot. Oh, you told him about this already. No, I was the pilot of the ship, but apparently I rezzed in as a hologram.
Yes, that's right. We all do.
Ah, okay.
It's unintentional. And at the moment, there are more things, but yeah,
Yes.
the pilot basically has the same, like, there's a
Okay. So if you can't hear
There's a
Sandy,
question.
All of those conspiracy theories are true.
Ah, we're all an illusion.
It's the Matrix.
It is the Matrix.
it's the Matrix. It glimpse in the Matrix.
We have some questions. Yep. What's the question?
What new ship kits are coming? I mean, we know of I think we saw the Corvette ship kit in the recent live stream of them.
Hold on, Great Test. Hold on just 1 second. I'm sorry. What was
There's a question there from I've lost it. Disco Cat is asking the Space Loach if it's been ripped from its family. I'll have to answer because Space Loach is kept telepathic. Space Loach, there is only one Space Loach.
It's one of a kind. Kind of like Turgeon's potato, actually. It's a one of a kind.
One of a kind.
Someone just asked Sandy lies. Yes, but is that a lie?
Sandy doesn't lie. Everything Sandy says is neither a lie nor the truth.
I can't promise.
It is exactly what he means to say, says Zach, who you can't see. He's off the screen right now. Oh, gosh. I thought Bo was standing right next to us for a second, screaming at us.
Space Loach bobblehead.
I really, Zach, can you explain
Zach, you gotta help us out.
Space Loach bobblehead?
A bobble loach.
Only a giant petition.
Yeah, we need a potato.
Everybody start a petition.
Guys.
Everyone start a petition.
That's what we need to do, okay? So everyone in the BroCast, all the bro members, all the bros, all the sisses, start a petition on the Frontier website to get a bobble loach. And if we have enough of this, maybe Zach will make it happen.
And Space Loach paint job.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
get a bobble potato while you're at it. That would work.
also, if you're watching this video after the live stream, if you're watching this after the fact, in the comments, put in, we want a Space Loach bobblehead. Okay, so that way we know that you're also included in on that, because right now all the chat comments just disappear into the...
I'm fairly certain in the Roman Senate, there was this one senator who, after every statement he made, the end of the Carthage must be destroyed. And in the end, Carthage was destroyed.
Oh, you started it.
Surely, if everyone always ends any correspondence with, we must have a Space Loach bobblehead.
No, happen.
That's it. Every comment that you put on the video, Space Loach bobblehead, please. And the more people do it, the more chance that this may very well happen. I can't read Zach's face, though. He's got the poker face on right now, like...
His poker face is inscrutable.
You're listening to Bo's laughter on the speaker.
Carlo Curas says, hi, Sandrino. Never call me.
Don't call him...
I have relatives that used to call me that.
Sandrino?
I get the rage now.
Oh,
Party foul, guys.
Carlo, don't upset Sandy.
Don't make the rage.
Oh God, I could hear the Space
Don't
Loach.
waste the
The
rage.
Space Loach is hissing right now. It's hissing. Space
man.
Loach fashion item on the store.
Josh, there's actually one serious question I have.
Maybe
A Space Loach,
maybe a
fashion item.
Commander
Maybe
suit.
like one that sits over your shoulder.
Okay, yeah. I apologise for
No, it's okay. We're all.
I'm just in puberty. It's a very kind of emotional time for me. Hormones up and down. So,
Josh?
Hang on, great test.
what would happen if self-destruct with all the crew around? They would instantly be go back to the
Okay.
with no problem because they're not really there.
Right.
Follow me.
So just to make sure that everyone's able to hear, because I don't know how well Sandy's getting picked up by the microphone, and his voice is going, and believe me, I understand. My voice was cracking before too. I was like, oh my God, I feel like I'm 16 again. So if you self-destruct your ship, everyone gets returned back to where they were before, because you're not actually there, you're just a hologram. So
Yeah.
the commander is dead. Yeah. Unless the commander is actually a hologram.
Well, he is when you go through, drop out of it, Super Cruise or
Exactly.
And right to that,
becomes
Josh,
apparent.
can you ask him what happens if you deploy your SRV, or if that even is possible while you have multi-crew going?
Yes, this is an excellent question, actually. This is a good question. So, what happens if you have someone on your ship and then you deploy your SRV? Oh, you can't.
Yeah, I thought so.
Okay.
there's quite a long, detailed answer why you can't. I'm not going to go into it.
That kind of makes sense. Mixing ship and ground is a recipe for
Didn't like the
disaster.
answer before, it wouldn't make it any better. It wouldn't be a different answer. There are technical reasons that you can't deploy the SRV. It's to do with when you're a fighter, you're always linked and tethered to your mothership. In an SRV, you can dismiss your mothership. You get all these hard corner cases on dismissing your ship when there's crew on board.
Yeah.
Would be interesting though to find out where the ship is going when you dismiss it.
Now you can't.
Okay.
In the future, well, we'll have to see how well Multicrew does.
Now, I'm assuming that applies the same to launching a ship launch fighter yourself as the pilot. Can the pilot leave the NPC crew member flying the ship with Multicrew? No, they can't.
It's to do with ownership of ship, ownership of vehicles, and the way that it fits together.
Right.
That's for now. Anyone who's played the game for any time, as I'm sure all you guys have, we implement the feature, we see how it works, and then we normally finesse it over a period of time. So I wouldn't necessarily say this is the end of Multicrew, this is what it is. This is Multicrew first pass, and then we'll see what happens from there.
Well, that's exciting because I'm sure there's a lot more potential for it as well. And potentially there is potential. And yesterday we had some great success with Multicrew. We had a full cutter with 3 people in there. We had an NPC ship launch fighter. We had a player ship launch fighter and a gunner and myself as the pilot, and we were just tearing everything to bits.
Those extra pips come in handy.
Oh yeah.
You were fighting
And the 2 ship launch fighters as well.
Yeah.
So that made a big difference.
2 ship launch fighters is actually a bigger force multiplier.
Yeah.
For the simple reason that a fighter does an enormous amount of damage, but it's
Absolutely.
very fragile. So
Yeah.
when you look at it, you kill it.
Yeah.
When there's 2 of them, that means one ship can't attack 2 ships very easily. So you're focusing on one of the fighters, the other one's kind of free range to deal all that damage. So what 2 fighters is better. I mean, it's better than 1 fighter, but it's a lot better.
It is a lot better, and we noticed that right away that because especially when you have a large ship shooting at you as well, you have to make that decision. Do I want to try, and depending of course who you're fighting, but if you're attacking a bigger ship, they have enough trouble turning to face the ship launch fighters because they're so fast, they're so agile.
Ridiculously fast.
It's ridiculous. I've seen it here in the training demos that we're doing with people. When they have the incursion and a ship launch fighter comes up against them, they're having a hard time turning to face it, and it becomes very difficult. And a lot of people are actually getting killed because of that.
That's reminded me of something. So, I don't know. This is going to be true. It would be easy.
We can hear you better like that, actually. You're going to have to speak like that the whole time, I think.
Yeah. Try my fishman voice.
Because a Mickey Mouse voice just came out.
That was Mickey
The real Mickey Mouse.
I could try my fishman voice.
Oh my god!
What is that?
It's announced when we mentioned it. It's only a little thing, but I believe improving the natural vertical thrust on the F-63 Condor.
Okay.
And I don't think we talked about that to anyone, so it's exclusive.
Ah.
Not by much. I think we're just making it a little bit more those. There have been complaints, and we were looking at it. The fighters are all balanced against each other, but in hindsight, it probably was a little bit overkill.
I have a question then, since we're talking about like the RCS thrusters or the thrusters. Why is it that the yaw is so slow compared to the vertical and well, I mean, look, you could. Is it the positioning of the thrusters that makes the yaw so slow?
I was talking about the fact that in Elite, ships tend to yaw slowly.
Yes. In Elite, of course.
You say yaw.
Yeah.
Yeah, my dear fellow, yaw. It's very slow. Because we want it to be slow.
You want it to be slow.
It's not because of the thrusters. We have conceits as to why it's slow because of the thrusters, but the reality is, we are very unapologetic about this. The ships in Elite fly very similar to World War II fighters. That was the intention. They fly like
Sorry, I'm just switching. Keep talking. Keep talking.
Fly like warplanes in space. Now, clearly that's maybe not for everyone, but we think it gives us the best game.
I see what you're saying now that I think of it as a warplane.
If the yaw or if the yaw
The
is
yaw.
very quick, then for us, which we did try it before the game launched into alpha, you end up just kind of moving your ship like it's a cursor.
Yeah.
You don't ever feel like you're rolling. It's just
Right.
tuning along. So it's very much like intentional. That's not yet. Some ships you're better than others, but that was just a decision I made. I think
It's all about the roll.
with the people quite like fun.
I do see what you're saying though, because like a World War II fighter, you would bank and then hold back on the stick in order to get that turn.
It's all about
Yeah, Josh.
The World War II fighter.
Right.
Basically rip the plane to pieces.
Right. Right.
Yours used for very subtle adjustments. So for aiming, your would be used. But you can always
Josh, we do have a lot of bow interference going on. So if you want to keep that interview going, we should maybe give him a microphone.
because it feels good and it's very legendary to players. And in fact, if you look at films like Star Wars, the X-Wings and TIE Fighters, they fly like World War II planes.
Right.
I think they use the footage. Spielberg used footage of World War II pilots. They got to get across how he wanted it to work. And that's what people associate with space flight. A lot of people, and it's one area where we thought gameplay has to trump realism. Because if you went full on realism, you'd have relativistic speeds. You'll be flying big metallic spheres.
Yes, it would be. Yeah,
and
literally metallic spheres. Yeah.
thousands of kilometres apart. And that's
Right.
what we wanted to get across was rid the fear of the old elites on the 1984 initial release. Because that had no yaw, that just had pitch and roll.
Right.
And interestingly, we did try briefly when we were testing it with no yaw at all. And it's just too hard.
Yeah. No, you need to have yaw.
We felt that, you could do it, but wow,
Yeah.
it's too hard to do.
Yeah, I mean, I would say just because I've done a lot of flight simulators before that the yaw as a flight sim, I mean, for like an atmosphere flight or a World War II fighter is very precise. You will never get a fast yaw in any of those ships. I guess I just thought as a space sim, maybe is there any possibility that thrusters could be engineered to add more yaw
Josh,
for people who want
once again,
If we did do that,
Sorry.
You can't.
Yes?
You're not hearing it.
if you want to keep this going, give him a microphone because we can hardly understand him, and Bo is interfering a lot as well.
Okay, so what they're saying is we have to turn off Bo because she's interfering with our interview. So we're gonna have to tell Bo she's got to stop streaming.
No.
Do you want to just?
Yeah.
You can't put it on with your hat, but maybe put it around your neck just so that they can hear you in the microphone a little bit better.
Watch this. I've experienced.
Much better now. No. Oh, he's taking off the hat. Ah.
That's dedication right there.
Hello!
Well, now we
Hey,
can hear
Sandy.
you.
So you can hear me now, yeah?
Yes, much better.
Yeah.
I apologise.
You're going to hear the other people in our chat, sort of our moderators and our other bro members from the BroCast.
Hello
So
there.
Sure. I apologise for my voice. It's totally gone.
that's okay. So,
Yeah.
yes, engineered
If your voice
thrusters.
hadn't
Any
gone, it
possibility
would
of
have been
that?
a
I think that was the
successful
question
pack,
that I was just asking.
Right. So the question you're asking is, would there be a way to engineer a more powerful yaw for ships in the league? It's not infeasible. We'd have to be very careful because it would very quickly
break the way that combat works in the game. Rather than having to roll a pitch and get on someone's six, you just spin around and look at them.
Right.
So I can't see it happening in the near future.
Okay.
But never say never.
Never say never. Are there, ask him if they're going to fix the Condor. Okay, well, you might have to be a little bit more specific as to what exactly is wrong with the Condor, because I think the Condor is just fine, personally.
Okay, yeah, so Commander VexXX. I wouldn't say that we're fixing the Condor because it does work,
Yeah.
but we are going to improve its vertical thrusters a little bit.
Okay, so there is actually something that's off with it? I didn't even realize that there was anything off with the Condor.
It flies differently to the other ships, but in actual combat, it turns out it's a little bit weaker than we think it should be.
Okay, so they're going to balance that a little bit more. Yeah, that's what they're saying. The vertical thrusters on the Condor are a bit.
Hey,
you better take one of your cups off, and you'll be able to hear a little bit better. Because the noise canceling is fantastic on these things.
It's very good, yes.
Ask him when is going to come out to Xbox. When is it going to come out on Xbox One? Are we talking about Elite Dangerous is already on Xbox One?
Yeah, it's good.
On PS4 is that?
Well, so it's going to come out on Xbox One about a year, 2 years ago, and it's coming out on PS4 hopefully sometime later this year.
Okay, so it's not going to coincide exactly with the release of 2.3 then?
No, it's going to come out for 2.3.
All right.
It's going to come fully loaded, so it will come with 2.3. It will come with everything. So there'll be one initially. I'm fairly certain initially there'll be one package you buy. It will have Elite Dangerous, all its updates, Horizons, all its updates, 2.3, and you will get 2.4 and 3 updates. So fundamentally, you'll be in lockstep with the other.
That's actually very nice, and I'm sure a question that many people would ask if they are Sandy, you're a god.
Look. I may have the body of an Adonis, oh God, and I don't have the body of an Adonis.
So hold on. Here's a good question. I'm sure that the PS4 people will want to know this. Will there be support for the PlayStation VR?
Virtual reality.
Yes.
At launch, no. Again, there's a long technical answer which I'm not qualified to give. The short answer is Elite is a very scalable game, but when you factor in VR, it has very high requirements. And I think there are technical limitations or issues that would mean that if we were going to try and do it on PlayStation 4, it would be a significant challenge. So I'd never say never, but there's nothing to announce at launch.
Okay. There was a question there about, do explorers need big guns? That is a very good question. Who's that from? Jamie Vaults.
I don't know. Is that like some sort of projection?
Well,
I don't know. Do they?
Can I just expand on that question because
right.
David in an interview at one point had said, and this is pre aliens discovery, pre hyperdictions. David had said in one of his pre-recorded interviews that explorers might need to consider the possibility of arming themselves to some extent. He did not say to what extent, but I guess that is what they're asking.
Well, it's a big old place out there. It's a big old place out there. Space. Bigger than a walk down the street to the shops. It couldn't hurt, could it?
It certainly could.
From the UK into against guns. But I think for exploring Elite Dangerous, it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world to consider.
That's good advice. I explore with guns on my ship, but I guess what explorers might be concerned about then is if there were a need for them to carry guns, what protection might they have of all of their exploration data if they were to have to use those guns? Because I know for myself, I've been exploring for over a year. I have not gone back to the bubble. I would imagine that if explorers required guns, we would see a lot shorter exploration trips back and forth to the bubble, and people probably wouldn't go it as far in fear
And a
that
lot of
maybe
rage
they would
quitting.
lose. Oh, rage quitting, yes. Well,
Yeah,
yes,
you're out
there is that.
30,000
I
light
never
years and
consider
you,
that because
you
I'm not a
lose
rage
all
quitter,
your
but
data from one
I don't know what to
institution.
say really.
Oh,
How
no.
much do you value your data? How much do you value your data? How much do you value your data? That's
It's
what
the
it
most
got.
valuable
That's
thing
bottom
ever.
line, folks.
all right, that's fair enough. That's fair enough.
We also had questions about the ship kits. I mean, we've seen a sneak peek of the Corvette ship kit in the last stream we had.
Sorry,
But we've
sorry,
also
great
seen...
test.
Yes.
One second. I'm sorry, because you can't hear Shibuka now because he doesn't have a microphone.
Okay.
Great.
The SRV
Okay,
would
go.
connect with SRV updated. It's possible. We're not sure. Not at the moment, but we have been considering effectively increasing the number of SRVs that you can carry. And
What?
making
Why don't you just have
SRV
printing like you have ship printing?
Do get into the SRV. It's not the same as
Right.
a fighter, which uses Holo-Me. Although that doesn't completely negate the concept in the future of having fighters that you actually get into.
Like,
So who knows?
oh, okay.
I'm not going to elaborate on that though, because that's more than.
And great test. What was the question about the ship kits you were saying?
We did have a sneak peek at the Corvette ship kit that might hopefully be coming up soon in the live stream, but we also had a sneak peek at those Raider ship kits in the trailer. So is there anything you can tell us about, Sandy?
They look cool.
Yes, they do.
I was actually quite pleased with that bit in the trailer. There's nothing I can really tell you. So the Corvette ship kit, the one that was used, the one that makes it kind of quite meaty, that's coming. I don't honestly, I don't know when, because that's not my department. It's definitely coming. It's going to hold on a little bit longer. Any other ship kits, I officially can either confirm or deny.
Okay.
But I can confirm that if I could confirm that they were coming, I could confirm that they're really cool. But I can't confirm that they're coming, so I can't confirm that they're really cool.
Well, I will
Josh,
say,
Josh,
and I agree.
can I just ask about the Holo-Me save thing?
Holo-Me.
Oh
Because
yeah, well we actually asked this question to Zach
Yeah, that's
the other
thing,
day
'cause it
when
would
we
have
were walking to
extra
the
save
restaurant,
slots
but
would
Sandy
have
wasn't
made
there
my
for that
episode
evening.
30.
So, well,
Yeah.
Turgeon can ask you. You can hear him. Turgeon, you can go ahead and ask
Yeah.
Sandy.
Well, I don't know if you've seen my episode 30 yet, but it's got the Holo-Me's in, and I had 3 different digital actors in it, essentially. And I had to keep remaking each one of them every time I had to do a shot that involved both of them. So it would have been very, very useful for me to have had at least 2 Holo-Me save slots so I could swap between presets rather than remake them every single time I needed a shot. So is there any chance for seeing that in the future?
Right, so the audio was cutting out a bit there, but I think the question was, if I'm getting this right,
Would you be able to save multiple
someone was using multiple Holo-Me's,
Yeah.
and there was no way to save one from another, so
Right.
you have to recreate it. So obviously,
Yes, I know. I did 5 times for each one when I was making that episode.
Exactly, yeah. I can't give you a guarantee or an ETA, but I think this would be quite a high priority, because the ability to have the camera suite and the Holo-Me's, they work well together, and we're really looking forward to people to create some really awesome videos and screenshots. But this is just getting away quite a bit.
Yeah.
So this would definitely be on the list. I just can't guarantee when it's going to occur.
All right.
There's UI involved, and our UI gets rammed really quickly because the game is so UI heavy. But yeah, it's a very, very valid concern, and yes, we are interested. We're definitely interested in the concept of having multiple save slots for a Holo-Me. A preset, if you will.
Well, I think that answers your question, Turgeon.
Yep, an awful lot of content creators would be cheering you till the end of time if you managed to do
Commander Vex, Imperial ship kits, yes or no? Personally, no.
Imperial ship
Why would I
kits,
be?
do you? You don't need them. I mean, the Imperial ships are
Exactly, yeah.
They're already nice enough, right?
Fancy Imperial ships. Sure, why do they need extra bits on them? They're all so sleek. I don't actually know is the answer.
Printed ships would be the next question if they did. Okay, now what's with the planet textures on Xbox One? Are they having loading issues?
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't play on Xbox One.
I'm not very good at spinning or lying, so I don't. The answer there is I don't know. If there's an issue, it's a bug, and then it has to go through the process. At the moment, I think you can imagine QA is quite busy.
Yeah.
But still report it. If you think there's something's gone wrong, report it. It might languish for a while, but we will try and get round to it.
Do we have any last questions for Sandy? Printed SRVs. Yeah. Yes, something maybe possibly to be considered in the future, and also maybe possibly ship launch fighters that you could actually get
They
into.
prepare when they go on the ship. You know, it's a short step from that to having them printed, isn't it?
Have they thought of adding people to space stations, sort of like Planet Coaster? Even if there were no direct interaction, it would make places look more alive. And
That's a
you know
good
what?
point.
That is a good point. I know this had come up in previous conversations that we had on the BroCast and live streams, where people were saying that the stations feel devoid of life. And
Hang on, what about all those?
well, actually, you know, it's interesting. I mentioned something to Zach about this last night, because with the new camera suite, we have so much more ability now to fly around with the camera and take a close look at all of these things that are in the station. And I flew up against one of those little trucks. And I know that nobody thought you would be looking at them so closely, but one of the tires was kind of like, I mean, imagine a circle broken and dented and sticking out with a spike on one, and it didn't even turn.
in the 3300s, tire production is very different to the present day.
Ah, there you see a classic hand wavy.
It's a more efficient tire, right?
Yeah,
So that was a Monday tire.
That's
Much more efficient tires, guys.
station
That's what they are.
tires, yeah.
These are future tires. Expect to see these on your cars in the next 100 years,
Absolutely.
1,000 years.
Point one ahead of our time.
Space
That's
station
all.
tires.
So, I mean, going back to the question, is it possible to have people like in Planet Coaster populated walking around?
Anything is possible. Time.
Well, I'd expect that that's on the ultimate wish list, isn't it? Really, it'll get there.
Yeah, I mean, I can't really answer because it's very much an art, technical question. Clearly we could, but it would come down to cost, benefit, rewards. For example, if we were to say, would you want people walking around the starport, or maybe some more involved exploration mechanics? I don't know what people want.
I have a feeling I know what people would want. At least most of these people would probably go.
Maybe I was baiting a little. So,
Well, that's it. And those are polar opposites.
My point is,
Yeah, if you're exploring, you don't
there's
care
so
about
many
people in
things
stations.
that could fit into the game to work and would be good. It's not like they're bad ideas and people shouldn't feel bad for suggesting ideas. It's just that we have to make very difficult judgment calls every day as to where we're going to go next. There's a stack of stuff in the game that I know that we could improve. There's a stack of new stuff that I know that we'd like to put in. It's just a very old board game called a Plunk. So basically, it's a kind of plastic
Develop a
cylinder.
Kaplunk, yeah. I get
And
it.
there's lots of straws or sticks that go through it at weird angles, and some marbles or something, and you keep drawing them out until the marbles fall down, and it's kind of random.
Yeah, I know
And
that.
it's that kind of process. It's like,
Oh, I know it. Yes.
if we pull out the wrong straw, like do it in the wrong order, marbles
That's it.
Right.
No one wants a marble film elite. It's not going to work. Those tyres don't have very good grip on marbles. So,
Well,
it's a strange analogy, but there you are.
they're squarical tires, says Westcliff Gaming.
Yeah.
Squarical. Right.
Squarical.
Make them into hover trucks. Problem solved.
Well, there is that. Absolutely.
Yes, that's a good point.
Audio is a mess here. I can't understand anything. Can you summarize it? I think, honestly, you're going to have to rewatch the video after it goes up on there if you want a summary, because we're not going to have Sandy repeat everything. But maybe after Sandy's gone, we'll try to recap a lot of what we're discussing here.
In fairness,
Sandy's used up the last 5% of his voice already.
Yeah. No. Don't worry about it.
When did Frontier talk about 2.4?
When they get their voice back.
I imagine after 2.3 is live and we have a beta for 2.4.
wow, I wish I could have some kind of Southie statement that I could push out, but I can't because I can't do the accent. Not yet. Not yet. First of all, right, for me, I've got to go back and I've got to not die. Okay, so that's my priority now. And then we've got to sort out to get it fixed, get it live. See how it goes, and after that, then maybe we can start thinking about 2.4. And
Okay,
Give the man a
one
drink,
last question,
please.
Sandy.
Take a break.
One last question.
Sandy.
And I think it's this one right here. Specialized ship. Well, this is many questions, but there is one part I would like to ask. Specialized ship designs, specific scientific modules. That's the part that I want to focus on. Hazardous cargo defenses or repair ships. Any plans for more differentiated ships? I want to just focus on that one thing. The scientific.
That's a really good question. That's a really good question because there is no right answer. So let's have a look at it again.
Well, can we specific scientific modules, and I think this would play in more, of course, for explorers to add gameplay value to the explorers. You know, for science.
I think it's fair to say we would all love to see a more involved, satisfying procedure for exploration. Bottom line is I can't promise anything, but that's always been on our list. It's just it has to fight. As I said earlier, priorities, triage is where we'll do other things. But specialised ships design slightly different. We're more likely to go down the route of specialised ship design, having specialised slot capabilities. We started with passenger missions, now we've got them with combat ships as well. I think that's working quite well. I'd like to see that more. So tying the two together, you could, for example, imagine scientific slots.
A scientific suite.
Where you can put in various hardware modules for research, for exploration. But for that to work, there would need to be some more research, exploration mechanics we use, and probably things to discover. But the galaxy is a big space. Hopefully, we're going to keep filling with things. So, again, that is on a list. I'm never going to guarantee it because. A long time ago, we said we're doing this. Sometimes you can't. Sometimes priorities say, or technical reasons, or whatever, to say no. That's it. So we're never going to do. I'm not going to do that again. But we would definitely
it's like Bilbo says, isn't it?
Well, I think that
butter scraped over too much bread.
As for repair ships, I'm still hoping at some point to get a repair limpet, a whole repair limpet. Because you have to remind me, we don't have to actually synthesize limpets yet. That's something else that we're looking into. I don't know when. The idea would be a limpet controller which would allow you to fire off your hull to repair your hull or another ship's hull. So that's something I'd like, along with actually a bounty hunter and tracker limpet to track people even when they've gone many jumps. There's some cool things there. But again, this is all me spitballing. That's what I'd like. I don't know when or if.
Well, I think it's safe to say that we all hope and wish that there will be many new things in the game in the future. And whether they get implemented or not, Frontier and Sandy and all the guys and girls at Frontier are working very hard to bring us a fantastic game, and I think 2.3 is a great step in that direction, and I'm very excited to see more of what we've seen in the trailer as 2.3 goes live.
If it is in fact real.
If it is in fact real.
Nice one.
You never know, right?
Yeah.
Sandy, thank you so much.
Pleasure.
Thanks so much.
It's all fine, as usual. I just want to say thanks to all the people on the stream, all the people watching, all the people supporting us and enjoying this game. It makes it all worthwhile. We love it. We're all in it together.
Yeah.
We just want to
go and get a cup of tea, mate. Go on.
Yeah, thanks, Sandy. Take care of
I do need to. I don't know. My voice may never come back. And if it doesn't, people in the office will be very happy. They are. So,
I'm sure these two guys have got a halls left.
Appreciate it.
Nick a halls off them. Go on.
All right, guys, everyone say thank you to Sandy and goodbye. I'm sure we will talk to him again at some point in the future, but there's a lot of thank yous popping up in the chat right now. And what time is it? It is 3 o'clock. I don't know what time we're supposed to stream till.
I have no idea.
Probably now.
Sorry.
No. Hey, look, nobody else is streaming, so I'm sure you guys don't mind if we have a little Elite Dangerous stream going on right now, of course. I will go find out how much longer we're going to be on for, and thank you again so much for doing that. That was so cool. Guys, how do you like that? A very exclusive Q&A session with Sandy Sammarco.
I'm happy to have gotten some of those questions out there. That was good. Even though, of
Oh,
course,
yeah.
most of the answers were, we have it on a list, or I can neither confirm nor deny, but that's to be expected, you know?
But
Yeah,
some of the things that he was talking about are
it's
things that
important
haven't
to
really
get-
even been discussed before.
Yes, exactly. And it's
So-
important to get those things into their mind. Just keep talking
Yeah.
about it, and they will sooner or
That's
later
right.
get to it.
Because
Yeah.
we have to remember how small a development team this
Yeah.
really is compared to so many.
Okay.
And like
Yeah,
I said,
really.
it's Bilbo's state, but it's butter spread across too much bread.
I don't know exactly how
They're-
big their
they're
team is, but
having to do
I'm
so
certain
much
like the
just to
guys
get
there at in Boston right now, that's a decent chunk of their whole development team.
It is, yeah.
It is. It is. You know, the ones that got left behind, someone had to run the show there. So I'm sure they all wanted to be here. And,
Yeah.
you know, if they've been to these conventions before, I certainly wouldn't blame them because it is an absolute blast to hang out and do what we're doing here right now. As exhausting as it is, my sore throat, sore legs, sore back. Everybody's doing this sort of like flamingo walk where we're like, you know, picking our feet up and like dancing back and forth. You'll see like if you look out on the floor at any given time, like right now, Sam is like doing the flamingo walk. Sandy just sat himself down after doing the flamingo walk as well. And we've all done it because you're standing up for, you know, 9 hours and then and nonstop talking. Are we just switching?
I want to
Oh, here,
stand.
just hold this.
My butt is starting to hurt. I got it.
Got it?
Yep.
All right, Josh, can you give us a quick summary of what we've been talking about now with Sandy?
Oh my
Because it
god.
was at points
Oh,
very hard to
so,
understand him because of Bo and because of the microphone in general.
Yes, I know that when they're streaming right behind us, like I've said, actually here, move your head for one sec. Just move over there. Right there, right behind Shibuka's head, is the speaker from Bo's live stream. So as soon as she went live, and she's got a strong voice, Bo.
Yes.
Strong personality, strong energy, and a very strong voice. As soon as she started talking, it was like, bam! It actually, I thought she was standing right beside me.
I did too.
And so, yeah, I could see it overriding Sandy's voice a little bit, but we talked about a lot of different things. I mean, I would have to scroll.
Yeah, like the big thing I think was borderline confirming some kind of exploration, something to add to exploration.
Yeah.
And borderline confirming that it's a good idea to arm your exploration ship.
Yeah.
So it looks like we're either going to get new things to find, new tools to find things with, or there's going to be something
New stuff
hunting
to
us.
defend us against.
New
Yes.
stuff. Yeah, I mean, like, what that could possibly be, we have no idea. But David Braben had said this once in the past as well, and now we're hearing it again from Sandy that, yeah, explorers might want to consider arming themselves with something. But
Yeah, but one interesting point I want to bring up here again is from Braben's video clip in the official live stream at the beginning of PAX, is that he pointed out that in the whole big time span of the universe and our galaxy and also the spatial differences, it's actually quite unlikely to even have two sentient species alive at the same time. So them meeting each other is rather unlikely. So I guess that's what we're seeing with the Guardians. Those ruins are supposed to be millions of years old.
that's it.
But of course we do have the Thargoids, or if pretty much confirmed Thargoids by now, that we did actually encounter. So that's something very special. And I'm looking forward to seeing more ruins or alive species. We don't know. I mean, looking at Elite lore, we do know that there are other alien species out there.
Yep, absolutely. We know that there's other alien species out there. Well, there were other alien species out there. I mean, we know that there is at least one alien species. What alien species that is, we don't know. The Guardians, as far as we know, I mean, basically, we think they're gone at this point. These are relics left over from a long past occupation of
Looks
those
like
planets.
it, yeah.
Yeah. But I did really like the fact that we were talking about the addition of the potential for scientific modules, and that with the introduction of like passengers and like cabins and special modules for the ships, that could mean that there could be like a scientific suite that could be added onto the ships at some later point where, and this is all going back to the exploration thing, obviously having a little bit more love for explorers. It shows that they are thinking about it. And I think it's safe to say that everyone has had questions about exploration, and I think Elite is certainly working and considering all of these things, and they have told us repeatedly through the time that we've spent with them here that they are always paying attention to what is going on in chat and in the forums. So if you have ideas, put it in the forums, put it out
Yeah.
there for people to see, and
I think
let
the
them
forums is
take
the
a look
best
at it.
place for that, because I think they do actually read every single post on the forums. I don't know how they do it, but they're really involved there.
Yeah, they said that they are actively monitoring everything that goes on in there, and they even said you would be amazed at how much time we actually spend looking at this and paying attention to
Yeah,
what
I
other
thought
people are
so.
saying in there. So absolutely, if you have ideas, if you have things that you would love to see in Elite Dangerous, share your ideas. And obviously, it always helps for any development team to have those ideas fleshed out as much as possible. There's been some really
Exactly.
great posts in Reddit where people have taken a ton of their time to write out these ideas, create mock screenshots for it. All of that stuff will get considered. Will it get implemented? No, not necessarily, but it will certainly help them to take a
Yep.
look at what your idea is and say, hey, this is a great idea. The community's backing it up. They think it's awesome. How can we make this work with what we have? And maybe
Absolutely.
some of it will be implemented. Not all of it, but maybe some of it, or maybe all of it. You
And
never know.
also, the more you flesh your ideas out, the more attention they will get, because people will like them more. And so the more attention you also draw from Frontier to those ideas, and you get more exposure.
Yeah, absolutely. So guys, put your thoughts out there. Take your ideas, everything that you think is really cool right now, put it on the Frontier forums. Oh, and what did we
I'm
say?
working on something for myself, actually, and I hope to get it out there at some point.
And if you want to see a bobblehead Space Loach, make sure you put the comments in this video.
Exactly.
If you're watching it right now, make sure you start every comment with bobblehead Space Loach, and everybody should go to the forum. Someone should start a forum thread right now, say we want a bobblehead Space Loach, because Sandy would love it. And if Sandy loves it, everyone else loves it.
Cool.
Yeah.
Where's the downside? I mean,
there is no downside.
We didn't get anything for PAX this year. No decals, no paint job, no bobblehead. So we demand the Space Loach bobblehead as a replacement.
Yeah.
Well,
we could design it for them. Save them even the effort of that. We can do that.
There was something that they were saying at the Elite Meet that we had, where there was like some digital content that was going to be provided, but I don't know if that was exclusive to the people at the Elite Meet or not.
No idea what it is.
Yeah, they said that there was like some Planet Coaster stuff and some Elite Dangerous stuff and special skins or whatever. We don't know what it was, but if you were at Elite Meet, then apparently there is something, because they had some stuff that they wanted to give out, I think, like prizes or just like items, but they had some problems with customs bringing things in. That's why we only got these shirts were like extra large, because some of the stuff got held up at customs. So I think that there will be some digital items, maybe not available right this moment, but we'll probably see it coming up very soon.
It's very dangerous to outfit those midgets with Elite Dangerous t-shirts. You can't do that.
A bobblehead Loach with Sandy on his shoulder. Oh, that would be terrific. Oh.
Yeah, Darren Signal says just keep the forum thread civil, guys. It's very true. I mean, look, it's very easy to go off on the things that we don't like, and a lot of people tend to do that. If there's like an idea, they're like, oh, that's a really cool idea, but yeah, how come you guys can't do this, and it's so stupid, and blah 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 blah. Like, there's no need for that. If you want things to change, you got to approach it from a positive way.
The other way. If you were one of the Frontier, you know how much day after
cut out
day.
there, Turgeon.
Turgeon cut off.
Well, yeah, I always do. I'm saying, if you're one of the Frontier devs and you put in all this work, it would be nice if someone thanked you for it before they had a go at you for something that you didn't do.
Yeah.
That's
you
it.
know, just
And-
remember they're people just like us. They're gamers, just like us.
The saying is, you catch more flies with honey.
Yeah.
All right, so sweeten it up a little bit, you know, put that positive
And remember,
twist on it.
those guys are working on this game alone, not even talking about the previous games, for several years now. It's their whole day job. They put all their effort and everything in there. So it really hurts if somebody just keeps on taking a dump
Poking
on
at
them,
the
basically,
negatives,
for
yeah.
stuff they missed out on, or for stuff they couldn't manage to do yet, or something.
And,
You gotta appreciate their effort, really.
yeah, and,
Yeah, it's
and the
like
same applies
making
to
money.
us as well as YouTube
Yeah.
people.
Oh,
You know,
we are ranting
Yeah.
so often. I kind of
We
feel
do.
sorry, but then again, we do keep those things out there and in their minds.
yeah, absolutely.
We are kind of the go-between between the
Yeah.
players and the.
We can be
devs in
nice,
that
but we can
regard.
also be horrible.
It's true.
The voice of the people.
It is true. And
And if
also
people
the same
griping,
applies
then-
for the people watching our videos. You know, when you have comments for us and for the people on the BroCast or on our individual YouTube channels as well. We love to hear feedback from everyone. You know, the comments that you guys leave in the chat is really important to us because it helps us to improve the show that we're doing in the same way as our comments, the Frontier, helps them improve the game. And if you're leaving
I heard
comments...
a very common request is to get rid of Grey Test.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Yeah, I heard that Josh guy is a little bit of a
beardless
slave driver
guy,
too.
You know? He's a beardless guy. What's a guy with no beard doing on the broadcast?
Smile
Get him
more.
to grow a beard.
A guy
Yeah.
with no beard? What in the
Embarrassing.
hell?
Get him to grow a beard, then he can stay. Yeah.
So yeah, guys, when you leave comments on the video, obviously we want to hear what you guys have to think about the video, and like you can see right here, hey, Max is in the background there. As you can see right here, you know, we want to bring you guys great stuff, and here we are at PAX live show. We just had Sandy Sammarco on for basically a live exclusive interview and Q&A. And you know, when we hear comments that are negative, I mean, hey, look. People want to leave negative comments, that's okay. Not that we get a lot of them, but if you do want to leave a comment, leave some constructive criticisms. That's what we want to hear so that we can improve the show even more and make it more fun for you guys, okay? So, Hather Lisa says, I joined ED since beta, and so much was added until now. Awesome, I say. Yes, it is amazing how much has been added since the beta. Absolutely. Hey everyone, Zababs is there. Hey Zababs, good to see you. Be supportive, same as in your job. Well,
Shibuka, give us a live America.
My heart's not gonna be in it.
Boston. Boston.
I mean,
America.
come on, it's in Boston. You are in America right now.
It's
It's
not-
a special broadcast from America.
It's not spring training yet, though, is it?
No, it's not.
For the Red Sox.
Zababs is asking, am I late again? Zab, you just missed us with basically a
missed 2
half an hour live interview with Sandy Sammarco right here,
Yeah.
basically doing Q&A, answering questions from the chat. You'll be able to watch it again. It's going to be uploaded very soon, I'm sure, but that was awesome that he came on and spent as much time as he did talking to us and answering questions and getting so involved like that. That was so much fun.
Well, Troy says we should hire Radio Sidewinder Sam.
Yes.
It would make it so more awesome. It would, but the problem is we're at a gaming conference surrounded by screaming people.
And
I have to use my phone for Discord to talk to you. This is not our equipment. This is not
that's right.
our computers. We're kind of at the
I'm
mercy
outside
of
the
what's-
ladies' toilets at PAX
and-
2017.
Exactly.
Yeah, this is how Shibuka is talking to you guys right now from
Yeah.
his cell phone on Discord because we weren't able to hook up 2 headsets onto the computer. So,
I mean, it's like look around us. I mean, we're surrounded by
Here,
people. There's
let-
way
let's-
sound's gonna be
let's
good.
give you guys a quick view here. So we've got Zach trying to quickly walk away, working on his cell phone right over here. And you can see the booths where everyone's playing, and Sam is overseeing the Planet Coaster side. You've got the Elite Dangerous side right over here with our ambassadors.
So you have 8 stations
Yes.
for both Elite Dangerous and Planet Coaster, so 4 each, right?
We have 8 stations. 4 for Elite Dangerous, 4 for
Okay,
Planet Coaster. And we're kind of tucked in the corner, so you don't really get to see a whole lot of the floor. That's where the escalators are. The escalator is over there off in the distance. That is the center of the floor, so you can see just how far away from the center of the floor we actually are. This is the big Twitch booth is all in front of us, and it's huge. In front of that screen on the other side is like a whole studio setup with a couch and cameras all over the place. And we got Prey over there, and Elder Scrolls is demoing right over there. And just on the other side of Elder Scrolls is the new Quake is demoing.
Yep.
And then all along behind us, all along that wall, all back there is indie games going all the way back to the other side of the convention. And so, yeah, I mean, we are basically we're basically working on a single station.
Not seen 90% of it.
No.
That's the thing. And you see, this is the thing. You're now in the feet of Frontier developers with the game that they're working on and what they'd like to do but haven't done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you've been there at PAX for 3 days. You've seen 10% of it.
We've seen some
job,
in the morning when, before the crowds come in here, we get a chance to walk around for a little bit. But even then, not that long because we take the shuttle in. We usually get here by around 9 o'clock after we have breakfast and, start our day off. And when you're walking around, all the booths are getting set up. So a lot of it is still covered over. There's not that many people actually, demoing.
Yeah, Kurt is saying that you should
Chiquito,
pick as many freebies as you can to give them away on the BroCast.
Oh man, if I had the time to walk around and pick stuff up, like I've been saying the whole time, like I want to do that. I want to go around to the booths and see if I can get some freebies to give out on the BroCast. But just the reality is we don't have the time for it. It's 3:20.
I don't know who it was, but somebody on Twitter told you that's so cute and naive that you think you have time to do anything else apart from
I know.
the booth.
Yeah. After the show, it's a totally different story. But even then, we don't have really time to ourselves. We're hanging out. We're spending time with the Frontier crew, and they have been more than generous and treating us to these wonderful suppers at these great restaurants. And it's the only outside of the PAX time that we get, because after we eat, it's usually very late, and we just go back to the hotel and crash. I can tell you that if you want to see more of PAX, or at least a little bit more of it, minus a lot of the crowds, I have been capturing footage in the morning before we have to start working here at the booth of as much of the floor as I can, a lot of the booths, some of the interesting stuff, the signs, the statues, the figurines, and I am going to be putting together basically a full recap of the past 4 days from the time that I left my home in Montreal, did PAX, a little bit from every day, the suppers, some of the walks that we've had with the Frontier crew, a couple of questions with them. I might even put up a couple of the pictures and the flight back. So if you want to get a full recap and you want to see a whole bunch of the different things, check back on my channel in a couple of days when I have had some time to edit that and process it and upload it, and you'll literally have a quick recap of what we have done for the past 4 days.
Yeah.
And it's going to be really cool. And also, Ghost Draft is going to be doing something as well. I don't know exactly what his is going to involve, because I know that he did an interview with us last night, Mars Europe that is, did an interview with us, and he's been walking around for the past couple of days as well, capturing tons of footage. And the guy works in, like, he does documentary videos for a living. So I'm sure whatever he puts up is going to be fantastic. And I know that he had done some interviews with cosplayers as well. So if you check Ghost Draft, you'll probably see some cool stuff go up on his channel when he gets back as well.
Quick shout out to Luchi Coffee. He put up the Space Loach forum thread on the forums.
Hey, there we go.
Into chat.
Linked it in chat.
Put your comment.
Sandy, we've got a Space Loach forum thread started on the Frontier forums, and we're going to get a petition going right there. And here comes the Space Loach to make an appearance. So, that's awesome, guys. Go check out the thread that Turgeon just posted in there. And you know what I will do is I'll have to put that in the description. Actually,
Commander Machine, before we can talk about dynamic weather systems on atmospheric planets, we need to have atmospheric planets first. So I put that in the future somewhere, maybe next year. PAX.
It's on. That's on the list of what we'd like to see.
That's on the list of the stuffs on the list.
Yeah.
I'm putting this
Oh,
up
man.
on the. Oh God, what did I do? Not a second.
Broke something again.
Yeah,
Put it in
we
the
broke the stream.
description or something.
Yeah.
I'm putting it in the description right now, just so that I have it for later, and that way it'll be in the description of the video when we finish the stream. So if you're not watching the live stream, if you're watching it after the fact, you'll be able to click on the link that's in the description, go to the forums, and post your comments about the fact that you want to see a bobblehead Space Loach, or a bobblehead Space Loach with a Sandy sitting on the Space Loach's shoulder. If the Space Loach has a shoulder, that is.
We have not seen Star Citizen here.
Star Citizen
is not here.
It's not here, but I saw a tweet, interestingly enough, that they're calling it Bar Citizen, and there's a bar in Boston where all the Star Citizen fans are going and hanging out and getting drunk. So,
Wow.
That makes
Okay.
sense.
if you are a Star Citizen fan and you're in Boston, then you can go to that bar. There's a tweet for it. You could look it up. I'm sure it wouldn't be that hard to find. Hashtag Bar Citizen. I'm pretty sure.
Do you think we'll see more NPC interactions in the game? Absolutely.
Well,
I don't know what they'll be, but
if you
Yeah, I
haven't
think
already
that's
seen the
actually something
trailer,
Yes.
there is at least one more interaction. We don't know if it's another sort of like scripted scene. I can't imagine that it's a scripted scene where the SRVs come out and then the ship comes in and honks and freezes them. Because
yeah.
if you're in your SRV and you're driving around on the planet's surface, it can't be scripted.
No, that's a cinematic teaser for you.
That was
Pure
that
and
was just a
simple.
teaser. So if there's anything like that that's actually in the game where these things come down while you're on the planet's surface,
Well, you're stuffed, basically.
That's an NPC that you can interact with.
that's interaction right there. That is full interaction.
This is the thing.
No,
As
but,
this-
but I
as
did
this
actually hear
stands-
about them. Like, I think it's even 2.3 that they thought of changing the interactions with NPCs, like pirates, for example, when they want your cargo.
Yeah.
That you actually have more time to give them your cargo, or they basically reset after a certain time, so you have the chance to drop the rest if you didn't drop
Yeah,
enough
that-
or something.
Look at
That's
all
been
that
on the-
tasty cargo.
Cargo, yes.
Exactly. So there are certainly
Disgusting.
stuff coming, and they certainly have it on their minds. They're working on it, I'm sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that's phenomenal.
There's a lot of stuff that I mean, look,
Yes.
there's so much stuff that
Oh, God.
we don't know about in 2.3, and they gave us a hint of it. That's something that they have actually really. Well, they've alluded to without giving us any details, but they keep saying this. They're like,
They
guys,
have held
you
these
haven't
cards.
seen anything.
They've been holding it real close to the vest.
Yeah.
Been playing it real close to the vest.
But
And to be fair, they have never really disappointed with one of their previous updates.
no.
Also, so
Oh, no.
I expect
Well,
good stuff.
apart from Guardians, which was bugged to hell and is still bugged to hell. Apart from that,
fair enough.
Well, yes, but they ventured in completely new territory there
know
as
what's
well. So
yeah.
I don't know what he's asking, Zach. I can't hear anything. Oh, I think. We're just getting a time estimate of how much time we have left. Okay.
In the meantime,
We're back.
Yeah, we're back.
Okay,
Oh, right, okay.
I was just trying to find out what time we would be streaming till. Technically, we're supposed to only be streaming until around 3:30 because there is someone coming on at 4. But Zach said just keep streaming if you want.
yeah.
I'm not.
We are gonna have to take a break pretty soon.
Yeah, I'm kind of hungry. I'm actually kind of thinking like maybe we should call it now. And
I'm okay with that.
yeah, I haven't eaten anything since breakfast at 7:30 or 8 o'clock.
There's
this
one thing
morning, so-
I wanted to stay still. Sometimes I feel like FDev should just throw all the stuff they want to do out there, just make a big update with all those little improvements and stuff that people request. Just throw it out there and then beta test it all at once so we can see how the balancing works. Because sometimes it feels like they're
You
changing
mean just like a
little
big
thing.
mixed pot of everything?
Yeah, so
Sometimes it feels like they're changing a tiny bit,
so
and then
instead
they
of
rebalance
Guardians,
and
yeah.
reevaluate everything and mess up everything else in the
Right.
progress.
So you want a
that's
beta server?
Well, you want
Oh,
yeah,
yes.
instead of Guardians and Commanders and all that, you want quality of life. It's the quality of life update. It's got all those extra little fiddly bits in that
That's gonna
people
be
have been asking for.
2.4. Just
Yeah.
all the small changes, nothing major. That's secret.
Well, I think
Cushions, you
I
could
think
call
that's
it.
where we're gonna call it.
I am
So-
starving.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
So everyone watching, thank you guys so much
Go get a
for
fried
watching the live
lunch.
stream. Just a very quick recap. We had Sandy Sammarco on here for a really awesome. Oh, just as we're about to say, oh, look who's here again, and look who else is here. Hang on a second. Oh, he's not real. He's just a puppet.
Well, the Ed Lewis puppet.
Oh man, I don't know. No, I think we're good with that. I will starve to death and join you.
Don't starve.
Sure. Guys,
When 4?
okay. Sure. Absolutely. Guys, we're going to sign off right now so that we can maybe very quickly go grab a quick bite, because I think Ed Lewis just invited us on to the official Elite Dangerous live stream.
Oh yeah.
So we will
Oh, good. You'll have
be-
better sound there.
Yes, we
Oh my
will.
God.
We will have much better sound there. So I think
I
that's.
think Shabuka has a squee moment right now.
Yeah.
It hurts.
keeping
It
it
hurts
in.
too
I'm
much.
keeping it in.
It hurts too much.
Keeping it in. My lips are so
Oh,
chapped,
come
I can hardly
on.
smile right now.
You want to say it. You want to say it.
I'm a real boy.
All right, then you guys sign off, and we'll see you over there, hopefully.
All right,
When
guys.
will that be, Josh?
Let me.
4 o'clock is when the stream starts.
Yeah,
Yep.
it starts at 4, but
30
we're going to be on a little bit afterwards because they're going to have Commander Human on there, and I
Awesome.
think someone else you said,
Okay, so
and then we'll
half an
be
hour
on
on the live
individually.
stream, bros.
So, guys, make sure to check out the official Elite Dangerous live stream that's going to be coming up probably in another half an hour, and we will rejoin you there. For now,
Awesome.
Yes,
I'm-
Darren Siegel says plug the channel.
yeah.
No, of
Plug the
course.
channel. Mention three
Of
guys.
course.
Mention 3 guys.
I'm not
yeah.
gonna go through the whole roll call right now because I'm gonna save some
No,
voice
you've
so
gotta
that
dash.
I
Get
can
some
talk
We
to
gotta
Ed,
go eat.
and we gotta go eat very quickly. So, love
Yeah,
you guys.
don't
Thanks
mention
for
3
joining,
guys.
and we will see you guys very soon. This is Commander Josh Hawkins and Shabuka signing off.
Bye bye.